God is love. Oh, God is love. He's God is love. Oh, God is love.
Oh,
God is love. Oh, God is
let's get it.
love.
Let's get it. Slow, 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 slow,
You
slow,
willing
slow,
to take
slow,
a
slow, slow,
God
slow,
is
slow, 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 slow,
love.
slow.
Oh,
We in here, man. Knicks camp starting up. Carthy Towns era is here. What more can I say? Knicks did the whole media day. Really bland interviews because they couldn't get the deal done in time. So they can really, no one can really talk on Carthy Towns. It is what it is. But golly, man. Let me say first and foremost, salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody who's here. I appreciate you guys for the show we did Saturday, man. I didn't even know I had 1,000 people watching. Hey, yo. Salute to daddy. Salute to daddy. To daddy, not daddy. Anyway, pause. Anyway, y'all dudes just bugging out, man. Yo, but salute to all you guys, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. I appreciate, first and foremost, the comments you guys put on the video, man. The comments you guys put on the video, man, thank you. I appreciate you. We had over 100 and some comments, man. I try to respond to all y'all. I try to respond to all y'all. Y'all know I'm going to throw the dirt. Y'all know I'm going to throw all the darts and everything. So I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are the best, man. Salute to you guys, man. Can you guys hear me? Salute, 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 salute. What is happening? All right, we good, we good, we good, we good. Let me make sure we're on Twitter as well, too. Studio, Twitter. So just give me 2 seconds, guys. My attention might be a little bit drawn as my Mets are playing the Brewers right now. You're about to be up 3-1. A possible elimination game for the Brewers. Move on game for the Mets. You know what I'm saying, man? Que lo que, man. Dígame, man. But no, this is a big game for the Mets, man. I guess we play the Phillies next. But we need this. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Create the broadcast. Sorry, I'm just trying to put this onto Twitter. Give me a few seconds, y'all. How's everybody doing, man? How you guys doing, man? Y'all wanted me to tell you about my bum ass parlays I made last Sunday that hurt me? Putting a beautiful parlay. By the way, go to underdogfantasy.com. Use the code Legion LOK to get matched up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Again, $1,000 on your first deposit. My bum ass parlay, bro. Hurting my heart. In a game against the freaking Denver Broncos, I picked Braylon Allen, running back. Where is he from? Is he from Wisconsin? Running back that's been eating a little bit, playing alongside. Running back. Where is he from? Is he playing alongside Brees Hall? Been putting up some decent numbers. I had him, and I had your man Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase for a touchdown. Braylon Allen for 34 and a half yards, bro. Y'all want to know pain? Jamar Chase. I think the Bengals won by like. I want to say they won by 10. I might be wrong. Oh crap, he's gonna be thrown out. Oh no, he's not. Wow. I'm sorry. My attention is gonna be a little bit off right now. My Mets are. My bad. And of course, what happened? Jamar Chase gets a touchdown. Braylon Allen, 34 yards against a team in the Denver Broncos, who I believe at the time had one of the best pass defenses. If I remember, I think was it the Titans that they played? I want to say Titans got some yards on them on the ground. You gotta be kidding me! 34 yards, son. Destroyed my whole parlays. I wanted to cry. Man. Son, life is not fair, bro. But shoot everybody in the chat, man. Just waiting for some people to come through. I had my guy Darcy supposed to be coming through as well too. Got a lot to talk about. Why is this not working? Hold up, y'all. I don't see the chat is messed up. Hold up. Give me 2 seconds. Something is wrong with the chat. All right, I popped out the chat. Nah, what the hell is that? Let me just fix this real quick. Something is wrong with my chat, so just give me 2 seconds, y'all. My chat was not updating for some stupid reason. God is love. Oh, God. Wait, what? Or maybe that was an old chat. I don't know. But Suit everybody in the chat. Just want to see who's in here. Suit everybody in the chat, man. Greg Castillo, my guy. Captain Matum. Hey, what the fuck? Walter Blackman. Good evening for Virginia. Slew, my guy. That's my. Is that Walter? That's not Walter. That's not my boy Walter. Hold up. Nah, that's not my boy Walter. Suit to Walter Blackman. My boy Walter's in North Carolina. Captain Matomo, Jim will be pissed if eight. Hey, that's a tough question, bro. That's a tough question. Oh, let me fix this real quick. Damn, is there any place I could put this? Let me see. If I take down Underdog Fantasy, all right, perfect. That's a tough question. Well, I mean, it'll depend on what you gave up for Aiton. Right, you didn't give up a lot for cap, but you are going to be giving up some cap space, which I'm going to talk about, man. I'm going to talk about the genius that is Brock Aller. Guys, cherish Brock Aller now. He's going to be going soon. In a few years. There's no way he stays here as a capologist. He's going to be a GM someplace, a president of basketball someplace, probably the Lakers in a few years. But would I be mad at Aiton more than Cat? I'll be more mad at Cat because Cat, again, when you talk about his talent, you talk about a 21-8 guy. You talk about a guy who is one of the best shooting bigs in the league. You talk about a guy who put up 41% from outside last year. You talk about a guy who's probably one of the best pick and pop shooters in the league, despite the fact that, and salute to Knicks Film Studios, they found the stat out first. Cat and freaking Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards only had 8 passes to Cat off the pick and pop, which is pathetic. But anyway, so I'll be more mad at Cat. Cat is a more talented player. There's a higher expectations. A number one pick. A number one pick getting benched in late last season for Naz Reid, who was a very good player. I love Naz Reid's game. Suit to Hinton, because Hinton was a big fan of Naz Reid back in the day. But your man was getting benched for Naz Reid late in games last year, bro. That's embarrassing. And they basically did this deal, so I messed it up. The man who was talking on Saturday was right. Naz Reid's deal, they did this to save up money for his next extension. For his next extension, he just got extended. They just for his next extension. So think about the trust they have in Cat, because they didn't want to go into a second apron with Cat after making the Western Conference Finals. They didn't want to go into the second apron and try to drag this along. I think at $212 million, at least it would have been $212 million, I believe, salary cap wise. The season, but it is what it is. Let me say salute to a few more people, man. Salute Cole, yes, Legion, salute my guy, Greg Castillo, my guy. How your Spurs doing, bro? Let me speak to my son Vasello, man. Let me tell him to come home, bro. We need some wings now. King Rib, my brother, salute. D Hall, love the trade. Well, look, and again, guys, I'm not a fan of the trade, but he's here now, so it is what it is. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for the team. So I ain't joining no bandwagon. He's definitely not going to be my son. Your man could put up 100 points a game. He's not going to be my son. I'm not going to do that. White Mike, salute. He says, no Diddy. Gosh. White Mike is bugging out. Salute to you bound. I want all Mets, Jets, Knicks fans. Effing Salah makes it impossible. Cast defensive on off is a 5-point difference. And when he's off, it's not like they're throwing in prime Tony Allen. They're throwing in Naz Reid. But Naz Reid is a better defender than Cat. Cat, yes, he could defend at the rim. I think he only gave up 44% at the rim, but he could get bullied. He could get bullied, bro. He does not have the tenacity of a really good defensive wing. Almighty Finesse salute. He says, "Where Ace at?" You tell me. I don't know what Ace is. Dude's got lives, bro. Dude's got lives. It can't be on every stream I throw on. But anyway, let's get to it, man. Let me text my guy Darcy. Darcy want to come on. He loves a trade. He's like, yo, when you having your next show, bro? I'm like, yo, I'm on now. Let me see. My other boy wants to join as well, too. YouTube. Dude's like, yo, you don't have another stream on Sunday? I'm like, I'm not going to have 2 streams in a row just because, your ass wasn't there, bro. Oh, he's already in the streamer. Oh, I'm bugging out. Oh, my gosh. I'm bugging out. Well, I just started the show, but... Yo, Darcy, give me 2 seconds, bro. I'm going to get you. But I did want to talk about this trade a little bit, man. Brock Aller again, an absolute wizard of a human being, pulling off this trade, getting rid of contracts because again the Knicks couldn't. There's a certain point that the Knicks could aggregate contracts, but you can't. Crap. Ah. Yo. Can y'all hear me? Shiza. What is happening? I move one thing, one chord now, everything's messed up. But the wizardry that is your man Brock Aller, what he did with this deal. As you can see, the trade details here. We had to get a third team involved. Damn, let me try to stop this. Third team involved was the Hornets. So as you can see here, Knicks giving up or acquiring Karl Towns and getting the draft rights to James Nanji. Played for Barcelona last year. Most likely he's going to go back and play and continue to develop a 7-footer. Again, rangy, big center, whatever you want to call him. That seemed not the pearl of the trade. But on the flip side, Minnesota Timberwolves get Julius Randle, Dante Vincenzo, Keita Bates-Diop, and the 2025 protected first rounder from Detroit. Now to talk about that real quickly, I believe it was Shams who mentioned it, how the Knicks, and what did I tell y'all about Julius Randle? Now granted, I believe they were doing this when he got hurt, but I'm not sure exactly what he put, but it said about for 2 months that they were trying to pull off this trade for Cat. And obviously Cat has had they've had interest in Cat for years. That's Leon Rose as well as James Dolan. But with this trade, they've been trying to pull off for years. So initially they tried to make it just Randall and your man Mitchell Robinson. And it's like, yo, you're gonna give me two injured players, especially Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's trade value is slowly just fading out, bro. It's just not looking too kosher. And the Wolves were like, nah, we ain't doing this crap. So the Knicks had to entice them with a protect. No, they first enticed with Dante Vincenzo, open up the gates a little bit, pause, and then they were able to get it with a first rounder, right? In a protected first rounder. So again, remember when I told you guys that Julius Randle's trade value, it's hard to gauge exactly what it is. It's hard to trade a player like that because again, when you look at his usage, it's like, yeah, he's a productive player, but what does he fit? Right? I can't make him as my championship number 2 or championship even maybe number 3. Damn, why is it showing up like this already? Hold up, y'all. Damn, this thing is all over the place, man. StreamYard, all right, cool. I'm gonna Darcy up a little bit. Just want to get through this a little bit. Damn, why is everything out of whack? Oh, that's where my camera is. So I have another camera so people in the StreamYard can see exactly what you guys are seeing. Let me see. Where was I? Yeah, but with Randall, right? It's hard to trade. It's hard to trade a guy off like Randall. You're not trusting him as your number 2, number 3 guy, right? You're not gonna give him 25 or 28% usage and say, "Hey, we're a playoff team. You're gonna be our final piece." You're not a freaking Rasheed Wallace type. You know what I mean? You're not a guy that just add and say, "Hey, we're on a championship run." You're not Derek White type. You're not really a complimentary player in that regard, right? You're not a guy who would just go from being a number 2 guy to a number 3 because you have to be able to you have to be able to be okay without having the ball in your hand, right? He's not a great shooter from the outside. He's not a great catch and shoot guy, right? He had his little spurts second year that Tibbs was here. Last year, 2 seasons ago, late in the season, with Tom Thibodeau giving him the ball in the first quarter, get him going, kind of put up some numbers, but it was typically on high volume. But again, it's hard to trade for a guy like Julius Randle. He's just not that guy. You can't. He's not a defensive. He's not a defensive stalwart. So I told you guys, bro, the league. It's hard to trade a guy off like Randle and get what you think is proper value from. It just is what it is. So it is interesting that they were able to get this trade off. That they had to add Dante Vincenzo. Yeah, I seen Dante Vincenzo, bearded up Dante Vincenzo, bro. Son, your man's gonna kill the Knicks when we play. I think when did we play them? Yeah, I forget when we played. But yeah, just to see the trade here. The Hornets had to get involved. As you can see here, Hornets are getting the 2025 pick from the Wolves, 2026 second rounder, 2031 second round as well too, $7.2 million in cash. Daquan Jeffries, Charlie Brown. I said Chris Brown, Charlie Brown Jr. And mind you, Brock Aller is a freaking genius. So we couldn't aggregate minimums, right? All those other guys, Charlie Brown, Daquan Jeffries. I think did they include Dwayne Washington? I think they include Dwayne Washington. I'm not sure if he's going to. I know he's included, but I believe on the first April you couldn't aggregate minimums. You know what this psycho Brock Aller did? He increased the effing minimums. by $1, he increased the salary on the minimums by $1 effing, bro. Son, Brock Aller your man is going back in time and creating the CBA as we speak, son. Every time we start off, your man Brock Aller finds a way to get around the cap. There's no way in hell with how the second apron is created, how teams don't want to be in a be paying a luxury tax because they're in it for 2 years and get penalized for that. Because it's not like you just you can't create a championship level team like that. Sometimes you have to acquire guys and you have these hefty contracts. You may need 3 years, right? And you might be in that you might be under the second apron for 3 years. So, bro, man, Brock Aller is he's a psycho, bro. He's a psycho. So, yeah, here it is from Fred Katz. The Knicks have discovered a new loophole in the CBA. Teams in this situation cannot aggregate minimums anymore. So, in the sign and trades of Jeffries, Brown, and yes, Dwayne Washington was included, they are paying each of those guys just $1 above the minimum. Yo, man, so Brock Aller is one of the hottest names. The Knicks have one of the best front offices in the league. And to go from, Randall, RJ, Elfrid Payton, Mitchell Robinson, and who was the other? And Reggie Bullock, was it? Or even before that, you had Elfrid Payton. You had Marcus Morris for a little bit. You had Bobby Portis, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett. That's largely your starting five, Mitchell Robinson. To go from that to this, look, and I'm not the biggest fan of Cat, but you do have Cat, you have Jalen Brunson, you have Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. Bro, it's day and night, man. The difference a good front office makes. So I do give credit to Leon Rose. I just don't like this trade. But again, Brock Aller, he's out of here, bro. Enjoy Brock Aller now, bro, while we have him. He's going to the Lakers. He's going to some team. They're going to throw the bag at him. They're going to throw the effing bag at your boy, son. It's going to be wild, bro. But anyway, let's get to this. My Mets. Come on, go back. God. Brendan Nimmo almost hit something to the wall. But anyway, let me see what you guys saying before I get to my brother Darcy. That's my point. The defense was 5 points worse with Cat on the floor. Oh, my bad. I read that wrong, Marcus Johnson. My bad. I hate this trade. Says D. Grant. Cat not going to put out every game. Plays no defense. We're going to get bamboozled. Motivational tap. I got you, bro. I got you. Just give me like 5 minutes. I got you, my guy. I'm the biggest Randall hater on earth, possibly. I'm not even a fan of this trade, to be honest. Yeah, we know you're a Randall hater. Me, I'm not a Randall fan like that of his game. I watch a lot of Cat, bro. I love this Knicks team. Do you think Shamet can provide any value as a shooter? Yeah. He struggled last year shooting-wise. Playing on the Wizards and getting the Wizards not going anywhere. You are asking a lot for him to replace Don DiVincenzo. I know people say Don DiVincenzo pop. I think Don DiVincenzo is ascending as a solid role player. He's not a guy who's gonna. He's not a number one starter guy. He's not your starting number two, right? But he's a guy who's gonna give you a lot of points at the bench. He's gonna give you some wild moments. Can attack the basket. Typically needs a screen, or not typically, but typically likes to have the ball, have a screen when he's playing on the ball. Can move off the ball. Can hit that three like no other. And again, it's a developmental story. Remember, he's been honing his skills throughout his career, especially last year with the Warriors, or 2 year season ago with the Warriors when he worked on his 3-point shot. I believe it was Kerr, as well as him learning from Curry, from his own words, not mine. I'm not making this up. He finally came to the Knicks and he popped. But your man Cat, bro. And I'm gonna play a few interesting tidbits from your man Cat, bro. Very interesting interview that he had with Shannon Sharp. But before that, I do want to talk about something interesting that Sam Quinn from CBS pointed out. Talk about how the Knicks set this all up to essentially kind of marry their path, where you have this championship level team, but you're not hamstrung by being in the second apron for more than 3 years, or into 3 years, right? More than 2 years, excuse me. Right, so very interesting tweet from Sam Quinn. He talked about how the Knicks are locked below the second apron for the season. Their aggregated salaries through the trade, so obviously no second apron issues in 2024-25. They are, I think, was it $3.6 million under the second apron? Beautiful for the Knicks. Again, smart play by Brock Aller, who's an absolute genius. They might ban Brock Aller. I saw a tweet saying that people in the NBA front office are mad at him. But I bet you, like I said, why he's hot, other teams are going to be looking at Brock Aller like, yo, son, teach us the game. So how are you doing this? Dude probably has a freaking whole Bible of the CBA under his freaking pillow. To get back to Sam Quinn's tweet, he says the Knicks are 194 million in salaries owed for the 2025 season. However, and that's going to go to 9 players. However, the projected 10% apron would take effect. So then that second apron figure for this year goes from 188.9 to next year at 207.8. So the Knicks would be under the second apron at 13.4 million. To fill about 5 of the 6 spots to fill up the rest of the roster after paying the 9 guys on the roster. Again, avoiding the apron in 2025-26. Now he points out this important detail. Once you've gone above the second apron, you're only allowed to go above one more time in the next 4 years or next 4 seasons without penalty. Right? You can't go above it twice. You can't go above it more than twice in 4 years, or you get the penalties. Penalties include your first round of drops to the number 30th pick. That pick is the pick 7 years out from the first year you went above the second apron. So then that means that teams, from his own words, said the team's going to A, delay their second apron clocks as long as possible, B, go above it for 2 years, and then duck below it to avoid the draft penalty. So it's almost like you're peaking, right? You have to peak at the right time, get constant right time. So maybe you're still a season where you have some of your prime players, the guys you're paying big money to, and then you have a bunch of young players that you don't have to pay yet again. That's why the draft is important. Have guys that can be contributors early on that you don't have to pay yet, but they can be contributors. They be guys you can build with. And then have some of your more expensive guys getting paid. Maybe sneak 1 year not into the second apron. Next year, maybe you have to acquire a few guys here and there, and then you get into the second apron, and you get out of it, right? So, and that's why you have guys you have to pay, you have these young players that you don't have to pay yet, because right as you're not exiting the second apron, you get back into these contracts. Maybe some of those other contracts that you paid before kind of fall off. You trade them or you do whatever. The money runs out on them, so it resets. You get that cap back. And then he points out, and then after 2027-28, the roster basically hits a reset period. Cat expires. He has 4 years in his contract. Josh Hart has a team option for 27-28, so he either expires or he would have expired a year earlier. Brunson OG have player options, so by the summer of 2028, you already had the team together for 4 years. You likely want to get below the second apron to avoid the draft penalty. Even though I think OG Anunoby, again, the talent, he's a solid player. I don't know he lasts like that. So he might take that option. He could probably definitely take the option because he might be an injury-prone player. Knock on wood. We know what OJ. He looks heavier too. Tidbit. I digress real quick. Let me just digress real quick. To me, I would love for OG to get. I don't know if he's with the nutritionist. Now, I saw something really interesting from Michael Beasley. Right, he was talking about when he played with the Heat, LeBron James, that he was actually bigger. He was actually strong, but he felt like he was slower. But he said one thing that happened with him was that he never got hurt. Now, again, I'm not no doctor, I'm not no scientist, I'm not any of that. Me personally, I thought that it'd be better for OG to kind of lose a little bit of weight. But I've heard that, though, from several other people that sometimes you put a little bit more muscle, you get your ligaments, your joints a little bit stronger. And when you get the muscles around, because, if you have weak bones or you have bone issues like me, I have a herniated disc. Right, and it may never fix properly and all that stuff, but and I have like a crappy partial arthritic knee. But the best thing is to get the muscle around it stronger. So when Beasley said that, I was like, oh crap, that may make sense. Get stronger to have the muscle around it to provide better support. But for OG, I don't know if it's more so joint issues. I would like to see him lose a little bit more weight to be a little bit more nimble. But again, I'm not a doctor on all this. I'm not an expert, so it's interesting to see him a little bit bigger. But anyway, let me get back to it, what Sam Quinn was talking about. So Sam Quinn, again, 2027-28, a bunch of contracts come off. Some player options could kick in. Brunson Anunoby have the player options. It'll be interesting to see if the Knicks want to take on Brunson again. Brunson continues to produce like this. He took a pay cut. You're going to have to pay him. And he might be looking like, look, I know I'm family, but damn, son, Randall did get hurt. But Randall did take a pay cut to help the Knicks, to help the family. I know he got hurt, and they've been trying to trade him. But damn, so you always have to think in the back of your head, bro. What if? Even Brunson's still getting paid good money, but he could have got paid a lot more. And by end of his contract, he could be up there at $100 million. That's ridiculous. Anyway, back to what Sam Quinn was talking about. So either expires or would have expired a year earlier. Brunson and Anunoby have played together 4 years. You like want to get below the second apron to avoid the draft penalty. However, you have so many contracts expiring that you have the flexibility to maneuver and figure out what you need to prioritize keeping. Of course, by the summer 2028, the entire Brunson, Hart, Cat, OG, Bridges core will be in their 30s, so a bunch can change by then. Another interesting thing is Mikal Bridges. There have been rumors of him possibly taking less money on his next contract, but then I just saw rumors or tweets saying that he's going to be looking to get paid. We don't know. But I'll say this. It may be a little bit tough for him to get premier wing money at that period because the best Mikal Bridges is the 2021-2022 Mikal Bridges, the defensive player of the year runner-up Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, who had a usage rate of like low, I think it was like low 20s or 17-18% that season, but he's one of the best. To me, I thought he was the best two-way player in the league. To continue what Sam Quinn is talking about, he said 2 people to watch here outside the 5-man core are Mitch Robinson and Deuce McBride. Mitch has 2 years left. If they want to trade him, I'd say it's important to trade him for someone who's either at a similar salary level, or isn't a free agent until 2026 or later. Interesting. And by the way, Mitch Robinson will make it, I think, 15 this year, 14 the next. He has 2 more seasons. I think it's like 14 and 12. I believe it's a descending contract. It's not a lot of money at all. But Mitch Robinson gets hurt every other freaking day. The last thing you want to do is trade him for a 2025 free agent who you'll have to then overpay in the next summer. Exactly. You want contracts that extend perfectly, that are cheap perfectly through your apron period, and then you decide you have to pay him once the contract's full off in 27-28. As for McBride, he's making peanuts these next 3 seasons. Next 3 years in 2027, he's going to want to get paid. Doing so obviously creates post-2028 complications because the goal will be ducking the second apron. Without knowing what kind of player he'll be in 3 years, though, we can't really say what sort of contract he'd be looking at. So that is a long version of the Knicks are really well positioned financially. They can keep this team together for 4 years. That's an eternity. Did I say entire? I was going to say entirety? Eternity in the modern NBA. They obviously spent most of their maneuverability. They're not going to have very much room to make changes to this group, but if the team is good enough, it's going to have long runway. And thank you, Sam Quinn, for a great tweet, man. Learning a lot in terms of not just his CBA, how to maneuver around it, man. Brock Aller's giving a masterclass in all this, so salute to him. But yes, it's really interesting how the Knicks are trying to position themselves to avoid that second apron, to try to keep as much flexibility as possible. But yeah, Cat, I won't say he's the end-all, be-all, but this is a championship level run, bro. This is it. The Knicks could have been, even though we were, I think, 7.8, was it 7.8 million before this trade under the cap? Before the trade happened, under the second apron, excuse me. Before this happened, to have Cat here, still only 3.8 million, but under it. But Cat, bro, I want to talk about it. And I do want to do a video to point out his game if I have some time, because we have the preseason game on Sunday. So I'll try to do that. But I want to play a few interesting tidbits from Karl-Anthony Towns and the Shannon Sharpe interview. Good interview from Karl-Anthony Towns and Shannon Sharpe. So one, he's talking about Karl-Anthony Towns appreciating Tom Thibodeau before the trade, even though I think a lot of it was like, hey, look, we want you here. Worldwide West has been working on this deal for eons, for years. Leon Rose was his former agent. James Dolan's a big fan of Cat. So I'm not sure it really matters if Tom Thibodeau had to say so, despite the fact that Tom Thibodeau's been a buttress and support. He's been the buffer for a lot of effery here. A lot of development here that, Leon Rose is quite great. I don't expect Leon Rose to talk and stuff, but they allowed Tom Thibodeau to take a lot of brunt of the things that were happening here. And I just thought they was like, hey, we want Cat, he's talented. iHeart didn't sign, so iHeart, I don't want you coming back to the Knicks iHeart talking about, or to come back to New York. I don't want you putting no Wally Zerbiak and you want to work for the Knicks organization now. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, yo, man, I was right there. I was gonna take the extension, but you know what I'm saying, man, it was just that split month. Man, just take the money. It is what it is. I understand, but don't come back to the Knicks though. Don't do that. But let me play Shannon.
What was it like playing for Tibbs? Because you hear how Tibbs like, man, Tibbs grind you to the. I mean, he just wears on you. Yeah, he's playing his guys 40+ minutes on a nightly basis. Yeah, and then when it comes playoff time, he's done ground them down to the nubs, and then they just don't have anything. What was it like playing for him?
You know what I respected so much about Tibbs is that he wanted to win. Yeah, and he put the hours in and he put the work in. So playing for Tibbs was just watching someone who truly loves what they do and puts all their passion and their life mission as being the best coach they could be. Right. And you got to respect that. And I think Tibbs he's a low-key funny guy. Off the court, when you take the basketball away, he's really funny. And, I appreciate him even more now that I'm older and, that we've been able to talk even at a different level of maturity, you feels me? Right. And Man, I got nothing but good things to say about him. He's been great. He's been great to talk to, especially now in my life. And he's one hell of a coach. He's one hell of a coach.
Man, shut your ass up, man. You got that man moved, bro. You. That's why Jimmy Butler took the damn freaking third stringers and busted your ass. Pause, bro. What are we talking about here, man? He's really been, now granted, may have been keeping communications with him because, his mother passed, rest in peace to Karl Towns' mom. And again, none of what I'm talking about has nothing to do with his family. I would never disrespect his family. I would never disrespect his loved ones. So rest in peace to his mom. This has nothing to do with any of that. But Chip, come on, dogs. You complain about the minutes. Your man Tom Thibodeau had you in a post. Because Tom Thibodeau knows, bro. He's trying to get you to a point where, you are two-way two-way. You're a multifaceted scorer. You could dominate in the post. You could hit from the outside. And the thing about Tom Thibodeau, it's not as if he doesn't want you playing from the outside. Even the bigs on his team who can't shoot, the bigs that Tom Thibodeau has coached that can't shoot. Isaiah Hartenstein, not a great outside shooter. I don't care what the percentage is because he doesn't take enough volume, right? Jakim Noah. He allowed you to operate above the freaking foul line. He allowed you to play strong side, dribble, handoff, guy, attack. And if you can shoot. He'll give you that green light if he's sure you can shoot. So it's not as if he's trying to hold you back. He's trying to make you better. Some of these guys, they understand, bro, your athleticism is not going to be there all the time. 4-yard 2s and 3s and even the point guards who want to just dunk and yam everything. Right? Gotta be able to learn how to space the floor. Gotta be able to control a pick and roll. Trap your defender on the hip. If you're a post-up guy, put your ass in a post and bro, come on, son. And I'm gonna get to this real quick. Bro, I tweeted this out, man. Support me on Legion Knicks on Twitter. Your man Karl Towns talking about, this is Shannon Sharp talking about asking, because, okay, y'all say me. Y'all get mad at me. Your man Shannon Sharp also saw this. Get your ass in the post. Get your mother effing ass in the post. Bro.
Cat. Your shot wasn't falling.
No.
He shot 37% from the floor. He shot 24% from the three in the Western Conference Finals. Shot 12.5% in 5 games, the worst percentage from deep in NBA playoff history. I said, I don't know if you heard me, I said, Cat, your shot ain't falling, bro. Get your big old butt down. You can post. I've seen you give some of the best defenders, not shooting the three, with your back to the basket, drop step saying, you can't guard me, you can't guard me, you can't guard me. I don't give a damn about you being on the All-NBA defensive team. I don't care about you being a defensive player of the year. I've seen you do it. And then I'm watching you play the Mavericks a lot of times against smaller guys like, come on, Cat. Tell me what's going on. I'm sure the coaches are telling you that. I'm sure probably Ann has told you that. Probably some of your closest friends. Cat, bro, you need to get down on the box. What's going on in Cat's mind? Obviously, you got to process a lot, Cat. There's a lot going on because every game matters. There ain't no, we'll get him in 2 days.
Nah, for sure. Absolutely.
We got to go. Absolutely. What's going on in Cat's head?
For me, just trying to execute. I know we put me in great spots. I got good looks. Just wasn't falling. Right. And I talked about it after one game, how I...
Bruh, is this nincompoop listening? What did he ask you, you freaking softy? Yes! Copernicus, if your shot is not falling, get your ass in the paint! Get your motherfucking ass in the paint! If your shot's not falling, that's the whole point. That's the whole effing point. Get your ass in the paint. I want to show y'all one example that got me freaking, son. That I can't show because I got this monetized. But I'll tell you the context. I'll tell you. 2021-22. They played the Memphis Grizzlies. It was an elimination game for the Wolves. Your man, it was fourth quarter. Wolves are down by 4, like 103 to 90. Is it 103 to 99 or something like that? 4-point lead for 4-point deficit for the Knicks. 2:23 left to go in the game, right? Jaren Jackson Jr., the Grizzlies' best defender, the Grizzlies' rim protector, had 5 fouls. 5 effing fouls, my lord. 5 fouls. When I want to say that year or the year after, he was the best shot blocker in the league, one of the better defenders at the rim. You know what I'm saying? Now, can someone in this world tell me, if you are a coach, you guys who play basketball in the chat, for y'all cats, bro, if the other team's best defender had 5 fouls and he's your direct matchup, right? Mind you, you are not shooting well all game. 6 for 19 that game against the Grizzlies, right? But you're 6 for 9 at the stripe. You get into the stripe a little bit. For all y'all coaches out there, what do y'all tell y'all players? If you had a cat on your team, as talented as this kid is, what are y'all telling Cat to do? In the fourth quarter, we down by 4. Your man got 5 fouls. I'll show enough for you. You're gonna tell him to attack that. You're gonna try to put him in the freaking low post and say, yo, look, we're gonna dump it off to you. You're gonna try to draw a foul. Now, if you get into low post quick enough, they don't double you. Jaren Jackson Jr., because he wants to stay in the game, is gonna do 2 things. He's gonna let you have the ball, or let you have the shot, because it's a 2. Okay, fair enough. You got me. You got me on that one, right? Or he's gonna stupidly foul you, and now he's fouled out, and now you're gonna go to the line. You can hit 2. You may even do the and 1, get 3. Now it's a 1 to 2 point game. They don't have that rim defend anymore. Now they got to foul you straight up and hope for the best. Hope you miss some free throws. You have the advantage in your favor. You know what this guy, Karl Anthony Towns, did? Anthony Edwards bringing up the ball. Your man, Karl Anthony Towns, shot a 3 from deep 3, top of the key. With 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Missed the shot. The Grizzlies, the Minnesota Timberwolves never recovered. Let me go back to Shannon, bro. Yo, bro, it's not just me because you say I'm hating.
I knew the work I was putting in. So it's something when I go home, I'm disappointed. I want to win the game. But I understand, I'm getting good looks and I just got to continue to shoot them. So
No! No! Sometimes a good look that day is a bad look, my guy. Sometimes you got to get it ugly and dirty. And there's no shame to that. And B does it. He makes a living doing that crap. One of the talented, he is scared to live in the paint. He doesn't like the rough, rumble, and tough. But he can do it. Lastly, I was doing a little Excel follow on all this. Your man post-ups, Karl Anthony Towns, post-ups last season, ranked very good according to Synergy Sports. 1.083 points per possession in all post-ups. Post-up frequency of around 14%. Shot 56.7% from post-ups last year. But it pales in comparison. It's lower in comparison to other guys. Jokic last year, 25.4% of his possessions came in the paint. Joel Embiid, 19.3%. Bam Adebayo, 21.9%. Kristaps Porzingis, who lives on the outside, 19.1% frequency rate in the freaking post-ups. And we don't even classify Kristaps Porzingis as a post-up guy anymore. People keep talking about this 5-out basketball. But if we're talking about the playoffs where Cat's numbers do take a dip, sometimes you have to change it up. You don't have to always, 5 out, so we go just shoot threes. That is some BS advanced analytics fallacy that oh, Lord. It's a fallacy, bro. That you have to have a bunch of outside shooters like that. Bro, come on, son. Come on, but let me finish playing this video then.
For me, it's just taking what the defense was giving me. I was obviously getting some good looks at 3, just wasn't making them. Obviously we all could look back and say we would love me back in the post, more in the Dallas action. We call it free throw line action, getting the ball inside, taking.
Because you did that and you got the ball and you wasn't waiting. That game that y'all won, you wasn't waiting. You got the ball, bam. I said, okay, that's the cat I know.
Yeah, jumping real high.
Yes.
I think we all could look back at it and wish we did little things differently sometimes too. But we did what we thought was best in the moment. It didn't work out. And, I feel bad because I told the guys, and me and Ant have conversations all the time, even during the Olympics, about things we both could do better. We could do all around better so we could help our team win. And,
right.
I know that we didn't want to come out with that kind of result. But you learn from it. You move on. Right. I think that we obviously, like you said, we wish we could have that moment back. Right. We could maybe change some things, but it is what it is.
Get your ass in the paint, bro. Get your ass in the paint, bro. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. Get your ass in the paint, bro. Advanced analytics is killing the NBA where it's telling kids, hey, you are 7 feet. You have great footwork in the paint or good footwork in the paint when you actually put it to work. When you actually focus on it. You know what? Shoot threes. What? And now y'all realize why Naz Reid was getting minutes over Cat late in the season last year in the fourth quarter. Now y'all realize why Naz Reid was getting some minutes over Cat. Second round of Naz Reid. A guy who shot 41.3% from outside. So it's not even as if it's like he doesn't shoot threes. He does it too. Tell me, bro, it's a fallacy with that crap. But let my guy Darcy. I apologize, Darcy. I had to go through that real quick. Damn, Darcy left. Oh, my bad. Hold on. He's pissed at me. Darcy. I send a link. Lord, jeez. Yo, Darcy. All right, hold on. I gotta send a StreamYard link. Yo, so I hate doing this because it takes so damn long. Gmail, but it's so annoying, bro. StreamYard link. So annoying how I'm here. Now I don't see it. Nah, Darcy, you're not. Am I on the wrong link? Hold up. Maybe I'm in the wrong link. Hold up, Darcy. Oh yeah, I was in the wrong link. My bad. Let my guy Darcy. Yo, Darcy was good, bro. Show your face, my guy. And let me put the StreamYard. Was good, man. Was good, Brody.
What's good, bro?
Chilling, man.
Yeah.
Look at
New York Knicks, man. We coming for this shit, Y'all better be ready.
Look at this guy,
man. We flooding the streets. We wreaking havoc.
Look at this guy, man.
Look
at this guy, man. So talk to me, bro, man. How you feeling about this trade? How it was done? Talk about Brock Island, man. I'm going to shut up. Go ahead and do your thing, bro.
I mean, bro, I was just listening to everything you said, bro. You brought up some real good points, and I'll get to that. But honestly, bro, I was at the, what is this thing called? The thing where it got the crazy view of the city.
Skyline.
And it's like a glass. It's like a tourist type of spot where it's in the city, and you go and you can it's like the ground is glass, and you can kind of see.
Oh yeah. That it has like slanted. Like one part of it is like kind of slanted a little bit, or
like one of those type. Yeah, I was at one of those type of spots. On a little date, and I check my phone and I see the notification, and I thought it was fake. I thought it was fake, and then I saw a bunch of them, and I'm like, nah. Devo, Randall, bro, it killed my whole mood. Like, I literally was like ready to leave from the spot. The shorty was like, "You all right?" I'm like, "No, I'm not all right." No, I'm literally looking for other fans in the spot. I'm like, "Oh, like, is anybody else seeing this?" Like, I'm looking for other fans. Like, I broke the news to one guy. He's probably in his 50s. He had on the Knicks jersey, so I came up to him. He was in the spot, and he was like, "We did what?" I'm like, "Yeah." Then another girl came over. She like, "Oh, let me check Twitter." I'm like, "Yes, this is real, bro." I'm not gonna fake. It was real tough to understand and justify. I kind of felt like at first we took 2 steps back. But then when I kind of processed things and I took the emotion out of it, I realized this was the right move. And here's the reason why. And to me, this is the soul. Just this is enough. Just this alone is enough for me to justify it. Hold on. Let me see. The Celtics were number 1 in the league at bringing opposing teams' centers away from the basket. They were number one at that. To me, they won a championship, so you should understand what they did well, what contributed to them not only winning the championship, but also dominating in the regular season. They had 10 plus more wins than us and every other team in the conference. So to me, that's a testament to how good they really were. Even with injuries to Porzingis and other players, they didn't have a lot a lot of injuries, but still, they had some games where Porzingis was absent and they were still an effective team. So when you look at what they did well, I'm pretty sure the Knicks analytics and stats, they lined up okay. And Thib said it himself, we look at our strengths and our weaknesses from the season. What can we improve on? How can we get better? And it starts with the draft. It starts with free agency, and it starts with trades as well, right? So we went through draft. We got Kolek and Hukporty and some of the other young guys, Pacone, right? But now you look at the trade. We get Mikal Bridges, and I thought the Knicks were great as constructed, but I can't confidently say, when matching up against a team like the Bucks or a team like the Sixers or the Celtics, all who have a stretch five that were most prepared to be successful against them. So if the Knicks, if the Celtics were number one in the league at drawing opposing team centers away from the basket, and the Knicks were dead last in the league at doing this, we were dead last, not in the middle, not fifth and fewest or anything like that. We were dead last in the league in doing this. To me, this automatically brings value to our offense in terms of spacing. To me, I look at Karl Towns, right? I don't feel like Cat has to actually play well. I think just his presence on the floor alone, this guy shoots 42% on 5 attempts a game from three. Just his mere presence alone, whether he's shooting the ball well or not, teams cannot sag off of him. So because they can't sag off of him, that's going to open up more opportunities, more dribble handoffs for OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. And then Jalen Brunson, he's going to go to work with more spacing. Right? You look at how much teams were able to double team him. The only thing that mitigated that was having Dante DiVincenzo out there who could get his shot off with any inch of space. You lose Dante, but you add in a high volume shooter in Karl Anthony Towns. He's a 7-footer, so he gives us added size, so we match up better against teams who have a stretch five. You look at Giannis will shoot the three. You look at Embiid will shoot the three. You look at the Celtics, KP presents a problem. So now we have a guy who gives us an added solution. He offers spacing. We were dead last in the league at drawing opposing centers away from the basket. Jalen Brunson, when we look at up until February, he was leading the league in points in the paint. So when you take the opposing team's big out the paint and you open up the paint for him to go to work, this is going to be amazing. You look at Dallas when they ran 5 out in the playoffs with JB. It was lethal. So to me, the Knicks, if we want to maximize JB and make it as easy for him to be effective, right? This is a guy who's coming off a broken hand. I'm concerned about that. I want to make it as easy as possible for JB to be effective, whether that's helping other players to score or for him to score, right? So when you look at Karl Anthony Towns, he's able to contribute to both of those variables. He's able to add spacing to help JB get more opportunities, or whether it be Mikal or OG. The thing that I look at that, and this is another reason why I say Karl doesn't actually need to play well. Even if he gives us 10 to 15 points a game, that's effective for us. Because you have Mikal Bridges and you have OG Anunoby and whoever you choose to play at the 2 spot that can also help contribute offensively. Whether it be Josh Hart or Miles McBride coming in at that starting 2 spot, which it may be better for Miles McBride to come in there because of his shooting. I'm not sure Josh Hart is ready to shoot consistently, but
that's not his game. That's not his game. That's why you got Shamet and even Cameron Payne a little bit. That's why they have those guys, because I love Josh Hart as a connector, but he's just not a shooter. Now, let me ask you this. On Cat. Now, I don't disagree whatever with you on the shooting. Cat is, even he said on Shannon Sharp's interview that he's one of the best big men of all time. And if you look at his regular season numbers and what he's done for his career, he's correct. He's one of the best shooting big men of the time. He said better than Dirk. He's not better than Dirk, but he is one of the best shooting big men of the time. He said better than Dirk. He's not better than Dirk, but he is one of the best shooting big men of the time. He's one of the best shooting big men of the time. He said better than Dirk. He's not better than Dirk, but he is one of the best shooting big men of the time. But when you look deeper into it, right? I don't want to go into the playoff stuff, right? And suit to Knicks film school for pointing this out. The fact that Karl Towns and Anthony Edwards, some of this on Anthony Edwards, because I watched Anthony Edwards over the years. I love his game. But if y'all remember, I think it was like a sophomore year, he became freaking 3-point. He became off the dribble 3-point crazy, jacking up a lot of shots. He's learned how to become a better player, but he's a guy who could get a little tunnel vision on offense, right? Between those two, Karl Towns and Anthony Edwards, last year they only had 8 passes where Anthony Edwards passed it to Karl Towns on a pick and pop, right? Now again, I put some credit or bad credit or blame on Finch. I put some blame on Anthony Edwards. Why is it? And again, the Wolves last year were the number 3 in terms of efficiency last year, 3-point shooting in the league. I think they were 15 in makes and like 23rd in attempts. So they were like 3rd in efficiencies. Why couldn't the Wolves? And then why would they move on from Karl Towns, right? If he's this great of a spacer, the offense, even though the offense wasn't that great, I know the defense was like the number 2, something like that. Why is it they move on from a guy like Karl Towns being such a great spacer? And do you think, because think about this too, it's a twofold question. When you think about Brunson playing with bigs, he's never had a big this talented, right? College, NBA, he had freaking Jerome Powell, whatever, in Dallas, I believe it was. He never really had a big this good, right? And he survived last year playing without the Randall cover, even though you could say Randall kind of hurt his spacing. And yes, he had Dante kind of help the spacing, but he still killed last year, right? Do you think it's going to be as seamless as people have made it? So answer that question first, and we get back to the why Minnesota got rid of it. But what makes you think it's going to be this seamless when Brunson's actually never really played with a big of this caliber, right? And Anthony Cat is when you look at his pick and roll numbers, he is a good rollman to the basket, but he's a guy who does not like the paint. He does not like living in the paint. He doesn't like that concept. Despite the fact he could be good at it. He could be a dog when he wants to. Right? Do you have any concerns about that transition? Being able to play with Brunson, play and complement him properly?
No, and let me tell you why though. It's for a few reasons. One, because Karl Anthony Towns didn't make the playoffs until he played under Tom Thibodeau. And of course, Jimmy Butler was a large factor in that, but he didn't make the playoffs until he played under Tom Thibodeau, which means to me, Tom Thibodeau was able to use him effectively. I watched some film from that 2017-2018 season to kind of just get a glimpse of how Thibs was using him. One, I think Thibs had him actually attacking the rim and being more aggressive in that season, right, than maybe how his game is now. And not saying that he needs to be used that way. To me, the value add with him is his ability to shoot. I'm not necessarily feeling like that I need to see him in the paint right now. I want to get the full-on maximized value of his ability to shoot at the top of the key from 3. When you look at last year's possessions, what you see from Isaiah Hartenstein or Mitch? More often than not, there's some kind of dribble handoff at the top of the key. Imagine having a center that could actually shoot from there and put pressure on the defense. Karl Anthony Towns has no reason to hesitate to shoot. Thibs is going to tell him, shoot the ball if you're open. So to me, at the end of the day, most teams, their opposing bigs are not going to be able to match up against this guy. So I think our offense is going to look completely different. And I was just looking at it now, we generated the 5th fewest wide open threes. So Karl's spacing is automatically going to move us up in rank. He was 2nd in the league in points per possession as a pick and roll screener, right? I think Thibodeau already knows how to use Karl Anthony Towns with JB, and I think because of that, right? Because he's used them before, he knows both of their games. I think he already has it mapped out how he's going to use them. He just has to see it in real life. Now that Towns can practice, I think he's going to run off his different schemes and see where it gets him. And that's why you have this preseason to test things out. So I'm not really nervous. I think JB is such a high IQ player. His ability to just read and make, to me, that cascades to his ability to play with other players. I think it's going to be a seamless fit. I think he's going to get more comfortable with these guys on the court, and as he gets more comfortable with them, he's going to understand where they're best successful at. And I think Karl Anthony Towns is going to make the game easier for him because, again, he does not have to play well. Teams cannot sag off him. They have to blitz him.
So, okay, so then answer this, because I'm going to get back to that, but answer this. Why did the Wolves give him up? Take the money issue out of it. Because if I'm a team right there at the Western Conference Finals, right? Mm-hmm. I understand the whole cap situation. You want to have flexibility, but if I'm right there, I don't know how much the Wolves owner, how much he's worth, right? So I don't want to put him in the same category as like the Loebs or whatever with the Warriors, whatever, because the Warriors don't care. They're like, all right, we'll pay the tax. We don't care. We're trying to have a championship team. Curry's making us way too much money. We're not going to break this up. Why the hell would you get rid of who? To me, I love Ant. Ant is the best player on the Wolves, but I thought Cat was still the most talented, right? Your man Nasri just got extended, but they're thinking ahead and saying, hey, we don't want to be a second apron team and then not be able to extend Nasri because we're hamstrung by Karl Towns, who last year, again, late last year was being subbed out late in the fourth quarter for Nas Reed, right? Why is it that as talented as Cat is, the guy's averaged, 20-something semi-points, I want to say 10 rebounds with the Minnesota Timberwolves for his career. Why would they trade him? I'm looking at it as like, Cat, again, talented player, but there's only a ceiling you could go with him. You can't really have him as your number 2 next to a guy like, say, Anthony Edwards, who's a dog. But we're talking about Jalen Brunson, who's a dog himself, right? Do you trust Karl Towns to be a number 2 when another team got rid of him when he was their number 2? Let's be honest. Anthony Edwards covered a lot for Cat last year. Denver series, your man Cat was looking like some garbage at times. Outside the last 2 games against the Mavericks, I think he had like 26, 28 points. He was eating dog-ish against the Mavericks. And granted, Derek Lively's a good defender, but we're talking about Karl mother effing Towns, right? We're talking about a guy who refused to get in the paint, in the post where we need him to be, right? We're talking about a guy that I think at many times fails to be able to read the game within the game. He struggles. So you trust him as your number 2 when the Minnesota Timberwolves are like, nah, we don't need him as a number 2. Again, they're a defensive team as well, too. Finch, all those guys, Jay McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, Nas Reed. Like Mike Conley's a little bit older, but he's a point guard and whatever, right? Do you trust Karl Towns to be a number 2 when Jalen Brunson's getting doubled and getting attacked? Real quick, Shumpert put it out on ESPN. He was like, yo, I don't fear the Knicks like that. He said he's going to be a good team at late games. I do not fear them because they try to run a pick and roll. Oh, you replied to? Oh, I apologize. You replied? So talk about it. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
So I look at it like this. So I felt like the Timberwolves made a move that they felt would improve their team. Not necessarily because it's a knock on Karl Anthony Towns. I actually think the acquisition of Randall and Dante DiVincenzo was a good move for them. I think when I felt like they would beat Denver, and they did. Like I said, they would beat Denver. I thought they were good enough to beat Denver, and they did. And the large part of the reason why I felt like they were good enough was because Denver lost Bruce Brown off the bench. That was 10 points a game that they never replaced. So I felt like they did not add to their team, and I felt the Wolves, even when we played them in preseason, and I watched one of their preseason games, I was like, yo, these dudes got a lot of size, and they're mobile, and they came out with a lot of energy just to start the season. So you can tell these guys were ready for a successful season. So I wasn't surprised by anything that they did. Again, Karl Anthony Towns was the second fiddle on the team, and they were at the top of the West. But I think the reason why they moved on from him were for a few reasons, not necessarily for the money aspect of things, of course that, but also they have new ownership, right? New ownership typically always wants to go in a different direction. Sometimes it's like, hey, we need to shake things up and change things. Karl Anthony Towns has been on their team for 9 years. That's one thing. Then 2, I look at it like this. I like what Randall gives. Randall is battle tested to be able to create his own shot. I think how the Wolves have been using Karl Anthony Towns has been a little different. The ball has been in Anthony Edwards' hands a lot, and Karl is tasked with really shooting. And if he's open, penetrate, try to get to the line.
So how else would you use? Hold up. So how else would you use him if that's how the Wolves use it?
I think before in previous seasons he had been, and I saw a stat on this. He had been using. They use his versatility more dribble handoffs and things of that sort. His assist numbers were greater. Even last season, the previous season, I just looked at his numbers on cleaner glass. They used him differently. They switched up how they were using him, and I think.
But he had better. I mean, cut you off. I would say that he probably, because remember that year they went to the playoffs under Tibbs. I want to say they were either top like 11th, I think, in offensive rating. But that was him. That was Andrew Wiggins. And why am I forgetting the third guy? I want to say it was another guy, not Shabazz Muhammad. I want to say it was a third guy with those.
D'Angelo Russell? Because D'Lo played with
that
him.
That may have been the year that first year they went to the playoffs. Or that was
2017, 2018 season.
I think that may have been D'Angelo Russell. I gotta go back and look, but I know it was him and Wiggins. So I think that the assist numbers kind of block. It boomed from there. I'm just not sure. He's not a bad passer per se. When he makes the right read, he can actually make good passes. I know. Don't look at his average or whatever. It's just not fair to do that. I just don't know if I'm just scared of trusting this guy. Where what is it with Cat? Right? Is it that? Because remember he not complain, but I don't think he liked Tom Thibodeau using him in the post, use him in the pitch action. I don't think he liked that. He liked all these guys want all that freedom, and it didn't work. He put up a lot of points, 26, 24 points for a few seasons. Didn't work out. Right? So now Tom Thibodeau is going to put you in a more controlled environment again. And again, I don't think it's Tom Thibodeau's trade. So he's going to be like, look, I got to try to coach you up as much as possible. I'm still going to coach you up. I'm not going to give you no leeway like that. Like you're some super duper star. I'll let you have your way a little bit older. But if I need to run some pinch action, I need you to run some pinch action. If I need you to make a pass from the top of the key or to do the dribble hand up like you said, which I'm assuming you'll do, but if I need to have your ass in the post or in the paint because it's an actual offset, right? It actually complements Brunson in a certain game, right? Or it attacks their front court guy I need to get 4 or 5 fouls on Bam Adebayo. Period. I don't need Bam Adebayo doing his Bam Adebayo dirty tactics and defense late in the game and we lose by 2 because of Bam Adebayo saves it. I need you to tag Bam Adebayo and take him out the game. And he refused to do that, then we're screwed, bro. So look, Cat to me, his decision making, his IQ does not match his talent. He's a stupid talented player. I will never say he's one of the most talented bigs in the league. But too many games I've watched over the last 2-3 seasons, he fades away in the fourth. He doesn't want the ball. Now it's the Anthony Edwards show, and Cat is just a bystander. What happens when they double team Brunson high in games? Or they just double team him even above the 3-point line. They pass up to Cat, and Cat's shot's not falling. You know what I'm saying? Like, can he also break the zone like how Ihart did? Is he willing to do those dirty things that make the team better? Does he see this as what I'm scared about too? Is that Dolan, Worldwide West, Leon Rose has said, "Yo, you family, you good," and that may supersede Tom Thibodeau, who is, again, I won't say he's a disciplinarian, but he's a teacher. He's a guy who likes order. He had a whole bunch of dogs with him. That's why they brought all these Villanova guys, because you had a whole bunch of generals who could coach themselves. Now you have this guy. What he said about Tom Thibodeau, I learned it. Man, that does not convince me that he's truly changed his game. So are you convinced that Tom Thibodeau can coach him up, or is it that you think that his development has been good enough to where you trust him to fit in, I won't say seamlessly, but fit in with the fabric of this team and Tom Thibodeau's coaching? He's not going to complain about minutes like he did when Tom Thibodeau left. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that way about him?
Bro, here's my thing. I really don't feel like there's much pressure on him to be that number 2 option.
Oh, how not?
A large part of that is it's because you have Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. There are more than enough shots that need to go around to where he does not need to dominate the offense similar to how Minnesota was using him. I feel like there's less pressure on him now. I feel like he can practice art and you can fully utilize his game without trying to put him in any one set position where he's just always shooting or he's not attacking the rim or he's not. I think he's going to be used in every way possible, which is how he was used in that 2017-2018. When I look at his highlights from then and I watch his highlights now, they used him more. Dibs used more of his game. Dibs used more of his passing, right? Maybe the numbers won't reflect it, but I feel like from what I see in his highlights, I'm like, it looks different. So to me, I'm not banking on him needing to do much. His size, he's a 7-footer. If he attacks the rim,
soft, Darcy.
Let's address the whole soft thing.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think he's considered soft because his overall demeanor, his tone, how he sounds for his size is what makes
no. Let me say something real quick. Dwayne Wade is one of the zestiest mother effers I've ever seen in my life, even while he was playing. Dwayne Wade to me, I don't consider Kobe Bryant number 2. I consider him a 3, but it's for argument. Just say he's not that. Dwayne Wade is one of the toughest players I've ever seen in my life. Dennis Rodman, one of the zestiest players I've ever seen in my life. One of the most toughest defenders, rebounders, toughest players of all time. So I joke about it with Cat when he changed his voice and he's like That's funny. Whatever. I don't put much credence to that, right? But when your game, when you are scared to get your ass in the paint because you don't, and you got a guy got 5 fouls. When you scared to get your ass in the paint and score and give me ugly buckets. We talk about the 3-point shooting. Cat, this is a game I need you to have 15 free throws, bro. There are games we won last year with Randall. Shot 6 for whatever from the field. 12 for 13 at the stripe. Brunson, even though he didn't have too many of them, living at the foul line, saved us. Right? Tom Thibodeau talked about it. One of the reasons why they love having Brunson is because he can control the tempo of the game. Darcy, how many games have we seen? Magic, all these teams where they just went on runs, right? And you hope to have a guy who could stop the flow, stop a 9-0 run, get to the line, throw their best shooter off rhythm, and now Knicks could slowly check back. When Brunson sits and they stagger lineups and Cat's in lineups without Brunson, bro, do I get that feeling that he can control the tempo of the game? I don't see that. I just don't see him in this game. And by the way, guys, for the people here in the chat who are saying Randall, I'm not a Randall fan. So this is not me saying I wanted Randall to stay. I get it. I'm just talking about Cat and his isolated plays, isolated profile. Has nothing to do with Randall. Randall is a head case as well, too. Y'all see me talk about all the time. I text your man, Ace. I have to text Ace of Kings so come on and cry about it. But yeah, this is not about Randall. But to me, with Cat, bro, too many times I've just seen it where you need that physicality. Look at the centers we got in the Eastern Conference. Bam Adebayo, Joel Embiid. You're still going to have Miles Turner, right? I'm not saying Miles Turner is a great center per se, but he's a guy who gives issue, can space out the floor, can defend at the rim. You have bigs in the Eastern Conference who could give him some issues. KP is an excellent rim defender. How do you think he fares out against those bigs this season, Darcy?
Bro, I think Karl is going to do fine, bro.
Rank him. Rank his ass in the Eastern Conference, bro. As
a big
centers.
I think you have Giannis as number 1. You have Joel Embiid probably as number 2. Then I think you have Karl Anthony Towns, and then I think you have Porzingis.
Wow. Yo.
What?
Yo. He already KP doesn't play. KP's just always hurt.
I mean, bro, you have to realize the Wolves, one issue that I think they realized is that they really didn't have a lot of guys that could create their own shot. If teams are choosing to blitz and he can't get the ball off well, you don't have other guys that can create for others and get the offense initiated outside of
Hold up, that's some BS though. If they're blitzing Anthony Edwards, you just said the same thing or imply the same thing on Brunson. If your man is getting doubled, right? If he's getting blitzed, that means there should be a lot of opportunities for Cat. So why is it different in Minnesota than it would be in New York?
Well, it's different. It's not just opportunities for Cat. The Knicks have 2 other 40% 3-point shooters that can knock down shots. It's not just Cat. That's why I'm saying we don't need to rely on him. He doesn't have to carry the offense. He could have an old shooting night and the Knicks still win just off of his spacing. JB will give you 40. JB will give you 50. OG will give you 20. Mikal will give you 20. These are all guys who are still young. They need more of an offensive load. I'm not looking to take away shots from these guys. I'm looking to give them more. That's why the Knicks were okay with making this trade. OG, it was noted that OG wanted more of an offensive role before even coming to the Knicks. 15 points a game is cool, but OG gets around 10 attempts a game. I'm perfectly fine with OG getting 18 attempts a game. OG can give you 18 points per game just off his shooting. He's a 40% 3-point corner shooter with more spacing for JB. Get JB's blitz because Karl Anthony Towns is out there. Kick it out to 3 for Mikal or OG. Let them do what they do. Either they're going to attack the rim or they're going to knock it down from 3. We don't need to rely on Towns. we don't need to rely on him. This is not the Timberwolves. I felt like they needed to rely on him. They had a bunch of big doofy motherfuckers running around.
Oh, no curse.
Oh, yeah. They had a bunch of big doofy dudes running around on the court, albeit a good team, but their size was a large part of the reason why they were successful. But they didn't have.
So now we go into we don't need Cat to be the number 2 guy. So what the hell were you drafted for, my guy? What the hell with Cat? What the hell was he? Go read a scouting report from UK when he got drafted. Gonna be one of the best big men in the league. Unicorn this. Blah 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 blah. Why the hell am I drafting you number 1 if I can't depend on you to be a number 2? I can't depend on you to be a number 2.
Not that you can't depend on him, bro. You don't need to depend on him. That's the difference.
No, but you said in Minnesota the reason why it wasn't a fit because they need to depend on him as a number 2.
They went to the Western Conference Finals. They went further than us with him as number 2.
So then why would you look, if I'm an owner, I'll be like, F it. If I'm right there, if I had Steph Curry, now I'm not saying, I'm just saying in where you are in terms of your path, development, distance, right? If I'm right there at the Western Conference Finals, and I'm not breaking up my team unless it's an older team and it's like, all right, this is done. Guys are retiring. I got a bunch of young players. Oh man, I don't give a damn. I'll pay the penalty. I'll pay the effing penalty and try to trade guy off late, whatever. Bro, son, there's no way I'm breaking. I know it's for money. I get it.
No,
when you're right there for a championship, you just don't break up the team, bro.
Listen, they got Randall who can create his own shot and create for others. To me, better than Karl Anthony Towns, or better than how he can be used in that offense than Karl Anthony Towns.
He can create. He could create his own shot better than Cat. Nah.
Bro, yes.
Cat is a better. Cat is.
Let the New York Knicks to the playoffs, bro.
That don't mean ish. And we and when he led to the playoffs, we had what, one of the worst offenses in the league, and one of the best defense, if not I think it was the number 1 defensive rating in the league that year. So it wasn't because I know Randall had a great season, but he wasn't carried. The offense wasn't this prolific offense. It wasn't even a top 15 offense. It wasn't even a top 20 offense.
Listen, bro. At the end of the day, to me, having Devo and Randall as a part of their team gives them more offensive versatility. If you were to see it, who have a bunch of guys that can score in so many different ways. The Timberwolves, to me, they had a lot of length, which worked to their benefit. But at the same time, they just didn't have that offensive versatility. And these guys are still young. They're young guys. You need guys that can come in there that are a little bit older, a little bit stronger. Randall's a powerhouse. That's a bull right there. He's going to rebound. He's going to do everything that they need.
And his BS rebounds. He ain't no
Dante DiVincenzo, who's one of the best shooters in the league behind Steph Curry last season. So now you have a guy who can get his shot off with a quick release. You don't have to worry about any closeouts. So to me, like I said, at the end of the day, this was a good move for them. And you have more opportunities for Naz Reid. This guy's ready to step up. You got to pay him, so you need to make sure he's worth his contract at the end of the day. So I think this was a solid move for them. I don't think it was a knock on Karl Anthony Towns. I think they just needed more offensive versatility. I would not have went back into the playoffs with this same team as currently constructed, seeing how they lost to the Mavericks. They were not supposed to lose to the Mavericks.
Real quick, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Real quick. Thank you for a $5 super chat. Says Prince 100 Bill. He says, Cat brought us to the conference finals. Where has Julius Randle took the Knicks? And Paris Doug, you gave me a $2 super chat. Oh, Prince gave me another super chat. He said, he didn't say that. He retracted. Thank you for that $2 super chat. And Paris Doug, you gave me one before too. Hold on, let me just read it. If I can find it. Paris Duggar said, Gmo, first and second apron Cat was the best trade piece. No, guys, I get the money situation. They were going to pay Anthony Edwards and Cat like close to like $100 million or something like that, right? 2 players with $100 million is wild. But again, y'all not hearing me, bro. I get the flexibility. But if I'm right there at the Western Conference Finals, and in their head, maybe they think it's a fluke, and that puts more of a question mark on Cat, bro. If I'm right there, I will eat the penalty. If I'm right there, I'll look the next year. I think, is this the second year they're in the apron? Let me see. Wolves salary. I'll eat that Cat penalty, bro. Y'all not understanding me yet. 205 this year. Damn, I can't go back. All right, yes I could. Salary cap history. So last year they were at 140. Last year at 140. This year they would have been at 205 over the cap. 212 over the sorry, I keep saying over the cap. Over the apron, excuse me. 205 over the apron too. So they went over the apron for 2 seasons. Right? If someone can help me do the math, because I'm looking, I don't want to look stupid with this. Could they try to trade him off next year or after this season? If you get back to Western Conference Finals and can't make it, or you just you don't win the finals, or whatever, or even if you do, you couldn't trade him off this season. I'm just saying, bro. It's just you don't break off teams that are right there, right? But that means that the Wolves do not trust that they were right there with Cat, despite being physically right there in the Western Conference Finals. Right? And I think you might even take a step back. You might have I think you might have a more cohesive team, said Gmo. I know we contacted him. We've been talking to him for the last 2 seasons. Mr. Johnny Come Lately Keyshawn over here, your bum ass Chelsea. I'm joking with you, Keyshawn. But come on, dogs. Like, look, look, man. I'm rooting for Cat. He's a talented player. I just think there are a lot of question marks. Let me ask you this, man. What do you expect in the first game in the Hornets? Now, I understand it's preseason, but Tom Thibodeau does like to experiment with preseasons at time. I remember a few seasons ago when we picked up Fournier, your man Tom Thibodeau was experimenting a whole bunch of horn sets and having guys set a whole bunch of screens off the ball. I had IQ doing pin down screens for guys that come and curl around the perimeter. What are you expecting to see in the first game in the preseason? Overall, are you expecting to see Cat and Jalen Brunson run a lot more pick and roll? Are you expecting to see OJ Anunoby operate the ball a little bit more in his hands and be a little bit more of a creator? Are you expecting to see McCall and OG kind of fight for that? I don't say that number 2 player, but for the wing who's going to be maybe a little bit more on the ball than the typical. Like, what are you expecting to see in this preseason as this team is trying to gel with a whole bunch of new players on board?
Well, I think the biggest thing is keep things simple, right? The game tells you what to do, as Tom Thibodeau likes to say, right? Read and react, make the right read. We're not talking to any one specific thing, right? I think at the end of the day, you want to get these guys to play within the flow of the offense and take what the defense gives them. That's the habit you want to instill. You don't want to put any mental pressure on these guys for some guy to be the number 2 or for some guy to be the number 3 or for some guy to be the number 4. I think the Knicks play the best when the ball is moving. Every player, if you get a mismatch, if you're open, shoot it. Simple. If you get an opportunity to create for one of your teammates, take the opportunity. Somebody's open for 3, pass the ball. Don't do too much. Don't try to carve out any role. JB's going to operate, execute the offense, get players the ball in the right spots, read and react, make the right read. That's it. Keep it simple. All of you guys are extremely gifted offensively and defensively. So at the end of the day, just just make the right read. That's it. I don't think they're just going to want to overcomplicate anything. We could see Karl Anthony Towns being tested out or given the ball more offensively to kind of see what opportunities he could create for others. I think that's the primary thing you have to explore. What does his presence give you, right? So I think you want to put the ball in his hands a little bit more to see how he can create and how defenses react. Even Jalen Brunson said it himself. He has to see how defenses react to the Knicks' offensive scheme. So I think that's the first thing you want to see. When you're going against the Charlotte Hornets, how do they react to what we do offensively? And if it creates more opportunities by putting the ball in Karl Anthony Towns' hands, then I think we're going to do that more. You're not going to learn that off of 1 game. You're not going to learn that off of 5 games. You're not going to learn that off of 10 games. But I think at the end of the day, if you put the ball in his hands and you try to make the right read, then you're going to see how defenses choose to defend you. And once you get some consistency in how teams kind of approach you and you see what your niche is, then you capitalize on what that is. But it's going to take time. Knicks fans have to be patient and understand this is a whole new squad. We are not the same team from last year. Our offense is going to look different. We have a stretch big on the floor now. You look at how Thibs used Isaiah Hartenstein. This is going to be times 10 that. So at the end of the day, be ready for a lot of dribble handoffs. I think Mikal Bridges is going to be more on the ball. He's a guy who he got a taste of what it feels like to be a number 1 option. He fell short. Now he wants to come back and prove himself. So large, and he's playing for his next contract. So expect him to get a good bulk of opportunities on the offensive end. That's why it made sense to get rid of guys like Randall. And you know, I hate to say it, but Debo as well. These guys are going to need shots, and they need to be battle tested on the offensive end of the ball, because if JB is not having it, these guys need to be able to step up on a night-to-night basis. So they have to be battle tested. So I'm perfectly fine with our young guys like Miles McBride, Jericho Sims. Who's the other guy that we signed out of what out of Kansas?
Shamet. You mean young guys Kolek?
No, not even Kolek. What's the other guy? He's a wing.
Cameron Payne.
No, he's a rookie. McCullough.
Oh, Kevin McCullough. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a heavy emphasis on seeing what we can get up out of our bench, because these are our young guys that we're going to need them to step up now. We don't have the cap space to go out and sign a bunch of guys. These are the guys. Jericho should end up getting an opportunity at some point. You can expect Miles McBride to have a bigger role on the offense, which I feel he's ready for. These guys, we have to raise their trade value, because we don't have as many assets as is. So I think the Knicks are going to see what we have on the bench, right? Cameron Payne, Miles McBride, Landry Shamet, and then you stack Mikal Bridges with that lineup, because he's played with Cam Payne and he's played with Landry Shamet, so he knows how those guys operate. He said it himself. So you can expect that to be the bench. Mikal's going to get a lot of opportunities to score. RJ Barrett was staggered with the bench to give him his minutes once JB was signed. So I think Mikal is going to be used the same way. And then OG as well. Maybe not. Maybe you want to keep OG healthy, so you cut his minutes, play him just with the starters, and see if they can sustain without him. If not, then you got to give him minutes as well with the second unit. But expect to see Karl out there more. And I think you don't have to have JB and Karl Anthony Towns on the court at the same time.
Let me get to
handles. Let me just say, dribble handles between Cat and Mikal is going to be insane. OG, expect the Knicks to see more of his offensive versatility. You saw it in the playoffs, 16 points per game, 50%, over 50% from the field, 40% from three. Expect to see more of that consistently without guys like Randall or Debo there taking shots. Okay. And Randall obviously wasn't there for a large part, but yeah.
All right, let me get to ours. Thank you, Prince 100 Bill, for the 2-hour super chat. Says Randall's gonna ruin Ant-Man. Y'all robbed us. Yo, son, chill, bro. This guy artist, this confused Nets fan, bro. He don't got nobody, son. This dude's just homeless right now, bro. Look at him trying to drink his water. Look smooth, bro. Your team is garbage, son. Y'all got Bogdanovich. Even though I like Bojan. I like him, but bro, salute artists, man. Yeah, talk to me about this Cat trade, man. I know because Brandon said that you actually called out Cat. So if you did that, bro, I'll give you credit because he shouldn't be. But I'll shut up. Go ahead, artist. How you doing, bro?
Hey, yo.
Yeah,
yo. Hey, yo.
Yo, it's good.
Yo.
That's good, man.
Y'all got a lot of explaining to do. Especially, let me bring it back. You know, I didn't know how to approach this. If you own a Julius Randle jersey at this given time,
yo, Ace, where you at, son?
It's an official throwback jersey, which means he's an op. I don't want to see that from Ace.
Whoa! You said he's an op. That means you're a Knicks fan now.
No. I'm just letting it be known. I'm not a yo. Do not yo. Rewind.
Yeah.
I have a whole highlight reel sitting in yo in my document. But listen, man. I called it. It was. I threw it out there. It wasn't like, I really knew he was going there. So, yeah, it was a suggestion. Y'all disagree with it. I saw your show, Gmo, I think like 2 days ago, and you said Karl Anthony Towns is soft.
Yes.
I have a lot of questions for you, and I need some answers. What is your definition of being soft? Not Karl Anthony Towns. What is your definition of being soft?
For your position, you fade away from the challenge. You don't want to be in the thick of things, despite the fact that your talent says you could actually compete and succeed at it, right? So it don't matter if it could be for a big or a rebounder, right? Or a guy who's known for being a connector, a rebounder, doesn't like to get himself dirty. Likes to stay on the outside, doesn't like to stay in the paint. As they used to say back in the day, bang in the paint, pause, right? And for especially when you're that talented, right? So and it go for any sport, but I'm talking about for basketball. When you're a guy like that, when you're that talented and you refuse to get in the paint, your team has lost games. They lost against the Knicks some years ago. This is before Tom Thibodeau. Lost against the Knicks some years ago because your man literally abused the Knicks in the paint. We had no answer for your man. Man started shooting threes in midway fourth quarter. Got us back into the game. We ended up winning. Time and time again. It's not just me. Analysts, coaches have said, yo, get your ass in the paint. It's not all the time. We understand you're a good shooter. Keep that. But there are times where I need you to be in the paint. Bro, when you get into the thick of things in the playoffs, bro, all that spacing, all that trying to run schemes and stuff, it's going to be a lot of high pick and roll action, a lot of ISO action, dribble drive kick out to the other guy. Right?
All right, let's say.
But if you're not staying in the paint, if you don't got no damn footwork, if you're not using your footwork, you're not drawing fouls against guys who got 5 fouls like Jaren Jackson Jr. had. What good are you? Just gonna stay on the outside and shoot your 36% from outside, which is lower than your career average? Come on, bro. Cat is soft. He's soft. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
I want to consider him soft, and even if he was, let's just say he was soft in that position. How many dogs do you have surrounded with him? Josh Hart, would you consider him a dog?
Straight up dog. They all dogs.
Jalen,
dog.
Jalen Brunson, dog.
Dog.
Like you got Mitchell Robinson, Cameron Payne. You got a lot of dogs surrounding him. He doesn't have to do too much. And all I said last time when I did refer to Cat being with the Knicks, he fits the system. He's going to be able to spread the floor. You don't have to worry about him not being available.
That's not true. That's not true. He's had some injury issues the past few seasons. He's been out.
Well, he just left from the semifinals, bruh.
And but you say he's gonna. You talking about his health? I'm just saying that he's. I won't say injury prone, but he's missed games the past. Usually when superstars come back home, they
gosh. Boy, all right. Was Stephon Marbury was a bum?
Nah, Stephon Marbury wasn't a bum. Back home, he was a head case for the Knicks, but he wasn't a bum.
Towards the tail end. Same thing with Carmelo Anthony. Towards the tail end.
Why don't you think? Why do you think Karl Anthony Towns not soft? What's your definition of soft for a basketball player?
Soft.
Not
wanting to be there, not showing up in big moments.
What? Bro, what is Cat? What is Cat? Cat shows up in big moments?
He doesn't show up in big moments. He plays his role.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, hold on. Who team was it? Hold on. Who are you talking about?
Oh my god!
Are you talking about in general? Hold on. You talking about last year? You going on for last year?
Sure, last year.
But that's Anthony Edwards' team.
Son. It don't matter. The fact of the matter, I still need a viable number 2. I still need a guy that when they double. I understand that he struggled throughout the playoffs, bro.
Boy, the West is way different than the East.
The East is stronger to me. The East is stronger than the West.
No, it's the East.
Guys in the chat, all right, I'll put up a vote. This is wild, bro.
The East is not. Who does the Boston? Tell me, yo, it's the Boston every year. It's Boston 9 times out of 10. People got Boston.
They won it every year?
Going to the finals.
I could have sworn the Bucks won it one year. What we talking about? I could have sworn the Bucks won it one year. What we talking about?
No, I'm talking about before the season starts. It's usually it's high chances Boston may end up going to the finals. When did you ever hear?
Go ahead. I'm not cutting you off. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm just letting you know the facts, bro. And you kept me and you gave me and you sent me the
I sent you the wrong link, by the way. I
definitely did. So a lot of the topics y'all was doing, man, I was kind of hot about it, but
my bad. I was in the wrong room too.
I wrote a few things down.
Go ahead. These kids, they can't describe soft. When they describe soft, they describe cat.
I would not consider him soft, dog.
Darcy, what do you describe as soft, bro? As a basketball player, what do you consider soft?
No, would you consider him soft? Karl Anthony Towns,
yes.
first of all.
No, I don't agree with GMO. I don't agree. I think his demeanor and how he talks is soft.
Yes, he's zesty. He's zesty.
Exactly.
Zesty.
That's what it is. People don't want to admit it. Brunson's
zesty too.
Yeah, nah, he's not. No.
That whole team.
Don't do that. No, Brunson ain't no zesty, bro. He just talks like a.
It's a white boy. It's zesty.
He just talks like a white boy.
Talk like a white boy. He talks proper. You know, for New Yorkers, it doesn't fit the bill. But guess what? This is what I realized. You don't need to be tough to win a championship.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. What are we talking about here?
Let me finish my point, bro. I look at it like this. The Celtics had a way tougher identity when Marcus Smart was on the team. When they traded Marcus Smart, I thought they lost a lot of that toughness. And they were still able to go out and win a championship. It matters about skill and how well you're able to execute as a team. And that's really what it comes down. You don't need to be a tough guy. You don't need to be super tough. The mental matters a little bit to a degree. But you look at a team like Boston, those are puppies over there.
G-Mo.
No, they weren't. Hold on. I'm sorry, artist, hold up. Give me 2 seconds. I'm not talking about tough as in Xavier McDaniels, Oakley puncher. That's not what I'm talking about. Those are strong men. I'm talking about when the challenge is in your face. You take it head on. Derek White is a demon on the Celtics. He is a dog. Even freaking Peyton Pritchard played well.
He's just he's a role player.
It don't matter. All right, so we're gonna sit up and say Tatum is not tough. We're gonna sit up here and say Tatum is not a tough player, bro. That he don't try to take the challenge. He may be inconsistent, but you don't see your man Tatum shy away from the challenge. 2 seasons ago, Jason Tatum had the worst 3 quarters of his career against the 76ers. Worst 2.5 quarters. Let me see. Your man had 30 something. Ended up with 30 something to save the Celtics and beat the 76ers and knock them out. I think they knocked them out the next game. My bad. Are you kidding me, dogs? Jason Tatum, y'all can say whatever y'all want. Y'all can say he's overrated. He's a dog. Even Jaylen Brown, he had to develop in tech because he used to be shot on the ball. Dog.
I'm not calling nobody on the Celtics no damn dog.
Jaylen Brown's a dog.
Dogs.
He's the alpha dog in Boston, but he's not over.
Yeah, he's not a real dog. He not. Yeah, I mean, again, these are all guys. Again, in the NBA, these newer age guys. Come on, bro. These are not your toughest. These are light skinned guys walking around. Bro. You know.
Artist is light skinned, son. Yo, watch this.
Well, he got the lightest of the light. You know what I'm saying? New York light skin is more respected than.
Wow! What?
If you are East Coast light skin, you gonna get a little bit more respect because the demeanor fits the bill. Versus if you from somewhere like I don't know where these guys be from, but they not from NY, bro. So I can't look at them and really be like, oh, you really a dog. You really like your demeanor. Like Marcus Morris, when Marcus Morris came to the Knicks. He fit the bill. You know what I'm saying?
From Philly.
He came with that. These rest of these guys, come on, bro. The NBA is soft now. These not no real dogs. Like you don't gotta be no real. Bro. You just gotta be a skilled player that's not scared to go at another opponent. Which Karl Anthony Towns he matched up against Jokic. It has to count for something. He dominated KD in the first round as well. You can't look past that. KD's a 7-footer, whether people want to acknowledge that or not. Again, he fell short. He's ready to learn from it and get better. He already said in the interview with Shannon Sharp, he looked back at it and wish he would have done some things differently. That's how it works.
Yeah, get his ass in the paint. That's what he did. Yeah. Oh, let me let my brother Ace up here. I'm not a Randall apologist, but he is. And he don't like this trade, man. Since my brother Ace of Kings in the
Hey, what up, my boy? Yeah. He don't look too happy. He look like he a little sad or something.
Hold on. First of all, I don't even know why this dude over here in the bottom right over here going with it flexing. You're a Nets fan. What kind of clownish joint you doing right now?
Yo, I'm sympathizing with you, my brother. I was hoping you bring that Randall
flexing? How you sympathizing flexing? I'm retarded?
Boy,
yo, bro, you go ahead with stay with
jersey?
Your team. Bro, stay with your team. Oh, I have my jersey. Don't worry about that.
But
Where's your jersey?
Can't wear it.
No. My question, hold on. What are you talking about? I got a jersey. Where's your jersey?
Well, I got plenty of jerseys in the back.
But hold on, where's yours?
Brother? It's in the archives. Right now. That Ben Simmons.
You're done.
Yeah, it's coming out just for you.
You're done. Anyway, Leon Rose could eat one. They have no type of loyalty. Hold on. They have no type of loyalty. You get rid of Julius Randle and Dante. Mind you, we could have run this team back. You was fine, bro. All we needed was a center. Mitchell Robinson could go because I'm tight with him. He's the reason why we even got rid of Julius Randle. It's absurd. It makes absolutely no sense, bro. You're gonna go ahead and bring a cat around a whole bunch of dogs. It's stupid to me.
Thank you, Ace. Thank you,
Your man is talented. He's absolutely talented. But he lacks intelligence. How many threes he was shooting in the playoffs, bro? He shot like 8 or 9, bro. Me and Gmo was watching it in a bar eating wings. I'm like, yo, are you kidding me right now?
Soft! Say what? I'm not even a Randall fan. Let me give Randall credit here. I'm not even Ace knows that. No, last season, when Randall was they try to do what they did the season before, late in the season, where they try to give him a lot of threes to start out games. Ace, what happened? Randall wasn't hitting them, right? What did Randall start doing?
Taking it to the rack.
Had some of his best complimentary numbers as a so-called number 2 playing alongside Jalen Brunson in December. And in January, and obviously he got hurt.
They flourished. Yeah, they flourished in January until he got hurt. So
and like, Randall was an old 3-point shoot. Because everybody thinks that if 5 guys are on the perimeter, that you're just gonna be passing around lollygagging. Oh, I'll do a screen up the top, and it's just gonna be magic. And you need all these 3-point shots. The Knicks were 13 3-pointers made last season. They were not. I'm not saying you can't improve, but it ain't like the offense of old where we couldn't hit threes to save our lives. You just need a guy's healthy. You got OG and Anunoby healthy with Brunson and Dante. I'm pretty sure the 3-point shooter would have been a lot better, and the team would have been a lot better playing against the Pacers. But people want to sit up here and say that Randall. Look, I'm not the biggest fan, but Cat, for how many years have guys been telling Cat, coaches, players, get your butt in the paint, bro? When we need you to do that, and he can't do it. Oh, but it is what it is. Ace, finish
and up. And he's injury prone, bro. He gets hurt a lot more often than Randall does.
What is injury prone?
What you mean injury prone? Every year he has an ailment. He's always hurt, bro. Every year. Every year. Bro. Go find your jersey. Why are you on here, bro? Why are you on here? You're a Knicks fan. Why are you on here? You're a Knicks fan.
Yo, he's gonna become a Knicks fan, bro.
He's gonna be no Knicks fan. He got his Nets jersey in the archives with Jason Kidd and all that. Yo, get out of here.
He wasn't even a Nets fan back when we used to play ball.
Yo, you a straight troll. Get out of here, bro. Dude, yo, I'm so aggravated, bro.
Yo, boy, all I've been doing since I came on here has been speaking facts. What have I said that was that outrageous to you?
That your man wasn't soft, bro.
No, I'm talking about Ace. What have I said that was that rant that
bro? I just got on here. I have no idea what you were saying, but I know it could be nothing good.
But why is the venom at me? Like, why are you throwing so,
Because, bro, as soon as I came in, you flexed like this. Bro, you was getting all the smoke. As soon as I seen that, you getting all the smoke. Jade, you're a Nets fan. Why are you here? You're a troll. That's how I know.
When I mentioned Cat, I was saying it as best intentions for the Knicks.
Yo, he's a rat.
Gmo,
bro.
Am I lying?
No, he was. But he called even though he wasn't.
I was never and this is not like a gotcha moment. I'm just playing around. This is I'm getting the views up, man. This is entertainment at the end of the day.
You getting the views up? Hold on, you getting the views up going like this, bro? I'm coming for all the smoke.
Just a light flex on a light day.
Let me ask Darcy. Let me ask Darcy a question. Now, again, Brock Aller, who say what you want about the catcher, I'm not a fan of it, but Brock Aller has been doing a bang job with this Knicks team, where they're gonna try to. I don't know if you saw the tweet from Sam Quinn. I think Sam Quinn, Fred Katz also kind of broke it down. Talk about this front office, your impressions with them since they've been here. Obviously, we had a lineup that had Randall, Elfrid Payton, R.J. Barrett, Mitch Robinson, freaking
What's
Portis.
The survey looking like?
Oh, my bad. Crap,
East versus West. Who's harder? East versus West.
Yeah, let me ask. Darcy, can you talk about this front office, man? Your impressions with Brock Aller. Is he going to be a big... Thank you, Paris Duncan, for the 2-hour super chat, bro. I appreciate you. He said, soft was Randall letting Trae Young embarrass us. Oh, Lord. Don't let Ace get started. And I saw that super chat. Hold on. My bad, man. Prince 100 Bill, $5 super chat. He says, thank you for that, Prince 100 Bill. He says, as a Wolves fan, the Timberwolves hate us. And now gift wrap the Knicks a championship. I blame A-Rod. Yo, y'all bugging. But yeah, Darcy, bro, you can talk about the front office, man. Your precious Brock Aller, who I think there's no way he doesn't become a GM someplace in a few years. Doing a bang job, be able to basically trade off, aggregate, basically minimum contracts, but adding one more dollar to it to make this trade work. Man, can you just talk about your impression with Leon Rose and Brock Aller, even Worldwide West having this thing in motion for 10 years? Something that we talk about, and I'm not a Cat fan, but be able to attract a star. Have we finally gotten rid of that stigma that the Knicks can't attract stars, blah, blah, blah? Give me impressions on the front office, bro.
Bro, I gotta give them a lot of applause. I think since I've jumped on this podcast, one of the things that I've said is, and Scott Perry used to preach this, the Knicks are very prudent in their decision making, right? Really just moving with care, right? A lot of criticality behind every move. I feel like this move is no different. I feel like this is just the most risk we've taken, right? Between acquiring Mikal and then going after Karl, I think this is just the most risk we've taken. And I've said it time and time again, how many Knicks fans have to die never seeing this team win a championship?
Bruh.
So to me, it's finally time that this team has went all in on something that we can try to believe in. This team is cemented for the next 4 years. I look at the Celtics. The Celtics were good. They were a contender when Jason Tatum came into the league as a rookie. This is a team that year after year after year after year has always been good, but was never good enough to get over the hump. They finally found a winning formula that worked for them, and they won. This is what the Knicks are doing as well. We started off from point A, and now we're here. We have our core guys that are going to grow, and they're all in their prime, and they're going to learn how to play for each other, knowing that they're all locked in here. This is the team going forward. We have our young guys who now have gotten a little glimpse, a taste. The game has slowed down for them a little bit. Deuce McBride, Jericho. The game has slowed down for these guys. Now they're going to get an opportunity to go out there and show what they can give. And it's, at worst, they improve their trade value slightly by just having more opportunity. But to me, I look at it, kudos to Leon Rose for understanding that this team, that these fans are thirsty for a championship. We haven't won since 73. You have to take a risk. You have to be willing to believe in something and find a winning formula behind something. Like I said before, Ace, you weren't on when I said it, but just this one stat should make a big difference to the Knicks fans. The Celtics, who dominated the regular season, they won the most out of all teams, East and West, and they also won a championship. One of the key formulas for them was that they stood far apart from every other team in the NBA at drawing opposing centers away from the basket. The Knicks were dead last in doing that. We weren't anywhere in the middle. We weren't somewhere close. We were dead last behind every other team in the league, including teams who did not make the playoffs, who were not as good. They also had stretch fives on the floor that they could play. So I look at it like this. The Knicks turn around and say, hey, this is something that teams are using to be successful that does not exist within our current offense. How can we go and acquire that? Karl Anthony Towns, we can acquire him. Pull the trigger. Yeah, you sacrifice Dante DiVincenzo, but at the end of the day, guess what? You give up Julius Randle because you're not going to pay him, and then also he hasn't played since January. So you're lucky that the Timberwolves are even willing to take him coming off an injury, given that Karl Anthony Towns played, 63 to 64 games in the season, which is not amazing, but that's pretty good. And a large part of that is the reason because he's at the top of the key more, which I believe is more of a winning formula than him being down in the post. We've had the era of big men being post-up guys. We've had your DeMarcus Cousins. We've had your elite footwork big men. But I think the game has trended more towards the three because not only the ability to score an extra point, but also the added spacing that the three.
So then why did Jokic just win a championship with the Nuggets playing not largely?
Jokic just got eliminated in the second round by
But he also won a championship. Right? When was the last time the Knicks have had a center who could actually post up players? We haven't had that in years.
Bro, when was the last time the Knicks had a center that could stretch the floor? The most amount of 3-pointers made by a Knicks center in Knicks history is 30. Karl Anthony Towns is going to surpass that quickly, probably before.
And that doesn't necessarily make you closer to a championship.
That doesn't make it a good thing, bro.
It does. Because
you see the playoffs?
Just won a championship. One of their niches that made them successful was their ability to draw opposing centers away from the basket because they had a center who could stretch the floor.
Because that's a different team, bro. That's different talent. Bro, I'm not going to listen to you. Hold on. That's different talent. Bro, I don't want to hear your nonsense. You still want Cam Thomas. Cam Raddish. I don't want to hear nothing. You're a when you ready.
Oh, crap.
When you ready. I don't want to hear nothing.
Oh, crap.
Julius was better, bro.
Oh, crap. That's wild.
So wait. I stated pure facts. The Knicks.
That's pure facts. What?
The Knicks.
Bro, you're going off a different team.
You ready for this? Because I got the stats. I got stats all day to support why this trade makes sense, bro.
Go ahead, man.
I got stats all day.
Darcy, let me ask you, what was Cat's stats in the playoffs?
Cat's stats. Hey, yo, pause.
Over 50% from the field. Over 40% from three across the two seasons.
No. You ain't gonna do that. Don't lie. In the playoffs this past season. Yeah, first of all, let me read his regular season. Hold up. Let me read his regular season stats.
I didn't say regular season.
I understand. You need context.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do. All right, I'll say it then. You can close your ears. I'll say it then. In the regular season, 21.8 points a game, off of 50% shooting from the field, 41.6% from three, 8.3 rebounds, 3 assists. In the playoffs, 19 points a game, 46.6% from the field, 36% from three, 9 rebounds, 2.6 assists. So his numbers dipped in the playoffs like they have been every year. That's why context is important. Because I could give you, when he went to the playoffs in 21, 22? You want to hear what his regular season stats were in 21, 22? 21, 22? Hold up. NBA third team All-Star that season, right? 24.6 points a game, 52.9% from the field, 41% from three, 82.2% from the stripe, 9.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists a game. In the playoffs, like Jim Murray used to say, your man had 21.8 points a game, 48.8% shooting from the field, 45.5% shooting from three, 10 rebounds, 2.2 assists. They dip every year.
Hold on, all right, you say context. Who was he surrounded with? Who played with him?
That year was Anthony. Oh, shoot.
That was crazy.
That was
go ahead.
Wild, yo.
My fault.
Yo, y'all gotta chill, son. All right, yo, he had a.
Nah, seriously, yeah.
My bad. I'm gonna click the roster. My bad. I clicked the wrong button. That year, I'm pretty sure he had Anthony Edwards. He had Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, Jaden McDaniels, Patrick Beverly, Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, Greg Monroe, he's still in the league. Taurean Prince, Nas Reed, and Jay Noel, Jordan McLaughlin. Some other big players. Nathan Knight, Nick Great.
Bro, that team is not even equipped. What did you expect him to do?
So then why is it that when Brunson has less players around him, when he didn't have Randall, his numbers popped? Why is that with certain players, their numbers pop and the team seems to do better? Not saying they don't need that other guy, but they're able to elevate it to the next level. So you're saying that Cat can't elevate his game to the next level?
In New York, hell yeah. He's from here.
No, I'm saying you say he can't? You can't elevate it?
You can.
Bro, he's talking about elevating New York. Do you understand the pressure that's gonna be on? If you're not a guy who can handle the pressure,
boy, Cat been through a lot. I don't think pressure is not even like the way he's combating it like that. Like he been through a lot.
Thank you, Mike Johnson. He said Gmo in the Western Conference Finals, he averaged 0 blocks a game and had a terrible on and off numbers compared to Nas Reed. Dude is just Jonas Valanciunas that can shoot. That's wild, bro. That's crazy. And Cat was the only shooters on that team. Like Randall, but Cat is younger. You taking stats. We talking effect. We can talk about effect in the game too. How many games do y'all see where Cat is not even? You can't find this guy in the fourth quarter. You don't even want to pass him in the fourth quarters because you scared he might do something stupid. But let me go to you, Ace. Ace, talk about this front office, bro. You know, I give a lot of praise to Brock Aller, even with this trade in place, because regardless of who was traded, Brock Aller's in charge of the cap. He's done a great job in maneuvering and not allowing us to be in the second apron when people thought we should have been or could have been in the past 2 seasons. So talk about Brock Aller, man. Talk about this front office. I know you have some distrust with them. You mentioned something interesting. Maybe players don't trust this team anymore after what they did to Randall. You know, Randall taking a pay cut and then them not wanting to offer extension, you know, partially because he probably got the shoulder injury. So talk about this front office, bro, in its totality if you can, man.
Man,
shoot, artist came off? What the fuck?
Yeah. Yo, dog. I'm telling you this right now. Just basically the loyalty with this Leon is not what it is, man. Unless you Jalen Brunson, you're the only one who's safe, apparently.
Oh, snap.
Obviously. Come on, bro. Devo played his ass off last year, bro. He hit a dagger 3 in the playoffs, bro. And they got rid of him. Our bench now, right now, it's not the same kind of offensive power that we thought we was going to have when we started the season. Bro, our depth is different now. Why? Because we got Shamit, Cam. Like, come on, bro. Devo, he could dribble. He has some athleticism, like, bro, and he could shoot lights out. And he was part of the Villanova joint. So obviously that means absolutely nothing to Leon. Leon went for this home run. To him, this is a home run. But you know what? This home run is gonna probably be like, unfortunately, when he got Fournier and Kimba.
Oh, you think it's gonna be that bad? Come on, son. Come on, son.
Bro, I don't believe in this trade, bro. I think it's just, just lights. Just flashing lights, bro.
Oh, snap, son.
Popo was right behind you, bro. The question is, you gonna pull over, you gonna floor it? Yo, bro, it's a wrap right now. I don't believe in it. I will be surprised if he even make it to 50. Very surprised, because you know what? Cat is going to falter, bro.
And why do people? Can I ask a question? Why do people keep saying he dominated Denver?
He never did. They said
he had a solid series against Denver. Don't get me wrong. 28 in the first game. He had 27 another game. He had 23 2 times. But I don't know if I would call it.
They said that he was locking up Joker. They said he was locking up Joker. How he was locking up Joker? Joker was still getting his points. It makes absolutely no sense.
He didn't lock up Joker. Rudy was guarding him, and he was getting abused through Rudy.
Yeah, but a lot of people say, "Oh, this is one of the reasons why we need Cat." You see what he did to Joker?
And my bad. He had a 28 point game against Phoenix, not against Denver. My bad. It was sorry. So yeah, 20, 27, 14, 13, 23, 10, 23. But I don't know. I wouldn't call that. I don't know. I don't think he was dominating Joker, or dominating the Nuggets like that. But yeah, look, I'm not. Look, Brunson is the golden child here. I do wonder what Randall and those guys think. And someone said those are the champs. Yeah, they also didn't have Bruce Brown. The Nuggets were not the same as they were in the championship season. But you know, you beat who's in front of you. So look, they handled the business. I do think that people could look at it a funny style way, and that's why you get a whole bunch of Villanova cats. I'll be interested to see how Mikal Bridges fares out because, look, there have been rumors about him possibly taking a pay cut, but God forbid guys get hurt. There's a reason why you got Mikal Bridges because OG Anunoby just can't stay healthy, right?
Yeah.
So if Mikal Bridges outplays his value, he's gonna be looking to get paid. I just wonder if it becomes a situation where the Knicks don't value Mikal like that, and we don't pay him, and then now it creates a bad vibe in the locker room because you're paying 50, 60 million a cat who may or may not be a number 2 guy. Like Darcy was saying, he might falter a little bit, or he doesn't have to be the main guy, which is crazy, or the number 2 guy, which is crazy. So I do think that, like, look, Randall's a cautionary tale for a lot of players out there, man. Do not trust if you are up for a major payday or could get a major payday after you put up an all
get the money.
Season,
get the money.
Yo, the Knicks won the trade, bro. Knicks won the trade.
Get the money. You know, the funny thing is, what makes it is laughable is because the fact that what happens if Mikal actually doesn't do it, and stays with the Knicks and decides to go elsewhere? They did all those picks for nothing.
Well, I'll play like this. The picks won't mean if the Knicks are constantly in the playoffs. The picks won't mean much of anything. It only matters the Knicks fall off badly, or by 2029 the Knicks are in rebuild mode and we don't have that first round pick, which would suck. But you still have the 28 and 30, obviously.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm saying you did all of that for this one play, and this play is not even here.
That's why
that's good.
It's a little scary. It's a little scary. But again, the contracts fall off 27, 28. Mikal Bridges is a free agent in what, two years? Let me see. Knicks cap space. Damn, I can't spell for nothing. Knicks cap table. Mikal Bridges is a free agent. That's the wrong thing. Mikal Bridges is a free agent in 2026-27. Brunson falls off or be an option year, or he'll fall off the non-option years, or his last contract year is 2027-28. So you could possibly have a year where Mikal is not here with Brunson. And Brunson could look at it like, yo, bro, this thing is not working, man. Cat is not that guy. Mikal wants to be gone. We all out. So I don't know, bro. And a lot of pressure on OG Anunoby too, because he got paid big money for a guy who never stay healthy. Never stay healthy.
Bro, it's so funny right now because of the fact that the Knicks was preaching family. And they broke up the family, bro. Guess what? All these other players, Josh Hart, all these other players is like, yo, bro, I got to be on my tippy toes. I got to be aware of my surroundings because of the fact that, if they could easily get rid of my man's Devo and they got rid of Randall, what do you think they're going to do about me? Bro, once you do something like that drastic, bro, it's a wrap, bro. It's a problem because now it's the back of the players' heads. People might not think that's an issue, but it is because at the end of the day, we're all human, man. We all think about our situations, our families, this, that, and the third. That comes into play, bro, and it affects a player, man. People forget all about that. So you don't think Josh Hart is thinking like that?
Let me ask that to Darcy. Darcy, do you think that the way the front office handled Randall, this will be my last question too, the way that the front office handled Randall, right, do you think that could put some bad blood in the air or bad aura in the air for other free agents or other stars who may want to come to the Knicks? Do you think that puts a bad feeling about the Knicks, that you better just look out for your money, don't give them no deals? Because again, Jalen Brunson, I do think he is a golden child, but Jalen Brunson took a deal that got a lot of people, agents, and a lot of people in the NBA front office, NBA PA, got a lot of those guys angry, right? And Randall kind of started off by taking, even though it wasn't because of CBA, he did take a lower than market rate deal at that time. But people could argue and say, yeah, he got screwed over because he should have looked to get money, but the whole family thing and whatever, Leon Rose and the agent connection. So, do you think that this deal, this situation, puts a bad aura about the Knicks? That you have the Popovich, the same old Knicks kind of feeling because of what happened with Randall.
No, I don't. I mean, this is a unique situation. This is a business at the end of the day. I'm going to say it again. The Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973. That's the objective. We're not looking to be good and just keep getting eliminated. That shit hurts to keep getting eliminated out of the playoffs, bro. I don't want to keep dealing with that year after year after year. No, be aggressive. Go out here and acquire talent that's going to add versatility to our offense and give us things that we haven't had. So maybe those things might push us closer toward winning the championship, especially if it's been a recipe for success for the team that just won the championship. So to me, that's as strategic and as prudent as you can be as a front office. Knicks fans got to keep dying every year without seeing this team win. There are Knicks fans who are in their 50s, 60s. We're not guaranteed another year to keep watching this team lose. It's heartbreak. It's heartache. Watching them get eliminated in the second round because of injuries, bro. On our floor in the game 7, like we pussy or something. Bro, this is the New York Knicks, bro. No, go out here and be aggressive so we can make it out and win a championship. We don't have no personal attachments to none of these guys if they're not doing everything in their power to help us win. And that's no knock on Randall. I love him. I appreciate what he did as a Knick. But, bro, we need to win a championship. This is not a game. This is not a game, bro. This is New York. Why are we not winning? Why does Milwaukee have a championship? Why does Cleveland have a championship before us, bro? What are we doing?
Because they have better talent.
We're not here to love Debo. I appreciate what they did.
You said which team? Why Cleveland?
Huh?
No, Milwaukee. He said Milwaukee.
Because they have Giannis.
I'm saying I was going to say better talent.
My whole point is these are smaller markets. This is New York, bro. This is the Mecca.
That means nothing. The NBA wanted. The NBA was fiending for parity, and they prayed to the high heavens and that the whole Bucks thing was gonna work out. Like, what are we talking about?
Look, bro. I applaud Leon Rose for his assertiveness and understanding. Listen, Boston is going to have a hard time keeping their team together. They probably got a 3-year window to keep their team together. You got Milwaukee, a little bit in shambles. Philly, too. These guys, they're going to fall off quicker before we do. And there's more of a likelihood that we're going to have one window within this 4 years for us to have the highest odds of winning the championship. It's going to happen, and I hope it's this season. It's coming, though. These guys are going to keep getting better and learning how to play with each other. And that's just the reality of what the situation is. And if you don't give us everything that you have, even if you do, just a business. We here to win championships. There's no personal attachment. And I think Leon Rose and these guys set the tone for that. And that's what I like. Let players know we are not, don't think anybody's safe. If you are not giving us your absolute all on that court, and Devo was just a casualty, bro. You have to give to get. We had to experience some pain to get something back. The Timberwolves drafted him. This is a 9-year player. He's been on their team for the entirety of his career. It's tough for them to give him up. Why would they not make us pay a cost? They took Randall off of our hands, and he hasn't played since January.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, bro.
It's a fact.
Watch your mouth.
You
watch your mouth. Yo, you a Nets fan. I can't even listen to you. You better cut it out, man. Go put on your jersey, bro. Yo, Darcy, watch your mouth, Darcy. Don't start.
It's a fact, bro. Listen, Ace, I feel your
Cam
pain.
Reddish. Remember, Cam Reddish. I don't want to hear nothing.
The Knicks,
Cam
man,
Reddish.
they so delusional, bro. Y'all Knicks fans are crazy, bro. Y'all don't even know a good player if it smacked you across the face, bro.
Oh, like Ben Simmons? Like Ben Simmons? Like
no,
Ben
I know
Simmons?
Ben Simmons ain't that guy, but the thing about it, I'm realistic. I know Brooklyn ain't it. I'm not stressing that. It is what it is.
So why you a Nets fan?
Because I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from the soil, dog.
What does that mean? What does that mean? New York is New York, right? New York is New York, right?
Huh?
I'm done. New York, right? You're from New York, right? So why wouldn't you be a Knicks fan? You're from New York.
All New York teams, but if you ask me to pick a New York team, I will favor Brooklyn over New York. It is what it is. I wear the hat. Yeah, I'm trolling. I troll, but at the end of the day, I agree with Darcy. A lot of the stuff you're saying is just facts. It could be proven.
Man, hold on. Darcy be delusional when he ready, so I ain't even paying no mind, man.
Darcy is happy that iHeart is gone. That's
it. Julius Randle last play, bro.
That's it. Yeah, Darcy don't care who we traded for.
That boy on my team, man.
You want to know why? Hold on. You want to know why it's an issue, man? It's just like, yo, first of all, if we had Hartenstein, they wouldn't have done anything this drastic. That's one. And Mitchell Robinson. And Mitch got to go. I'm done with him, bro. It's a wrap. After they got rid of my son because of Mitchell Robinson, it's a wrap.
Nah, you bugging, bro. Stop it, bro.
Wasn't he up for defensive player of the year?
Don't matter. He got bad wheels every year. Every year it's bad wheels. Every year, bad wheels.
Dog, for all that. He's a dog.
Dog of what? Yo, bro, watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth.
Is a dog a bad thing?
Bro, stay to the net side, bro. Why? I don't get you.
You can't debate me, dog. You can't.
I can debate you.
When facts hit you, son, you start, going somewhere else. Just stay with the topic.
Okay, hold up. Basically, you want to stay to the topic? Fine, no problem. Okay, you're talking about Mitchell Robinson could have been defensive, right? Absolutely. I give him that. But at the same time, he's very limited. He's always injured every year. He only plays a certain amount of games every year. You'll be surprised if he makes 60 games, but he doesn't. Why do I still want him on a team if he's constantly doing this every year, except his rookie year? Bro, he has to go. If he was healthy, they would have never had made a drastic move like this. That's the reason why I'm saying stick to the Nets. I watch these games all the time, bro. He is an amazing offensive and defensive player.
You can have it, bro.
Jesus.
Yo,
hold on. So my debate is wrong? The only
thing drastic about that situation was them giving up DiVincenzo. That was the only thing.
Wow.
Yep. And guess what?
And he was, and Gmo even did a 6-man. He could have been 6-man of the year.
Yeah.
He could have. He could have been 6-man of the year.
That's the only thing. What was Randall? What was we going to get out of Randall?
Bully ball, toughness.
And you saw what that got.
We've been getting that, Ace.
Here's a sidebar.
Whoa. You said bump that. Yo, bro, what are you talking about? Do you really watch the games? Darcy's
trolling.
I don't care what Darcy. What did I say?
Trolling.
Darcy's trolling.
No, I said Darcy's trolling. You, on the other hand, you talk about what Randall's gonna do, bro. Once he has his rhythm, there's not too many people who play Randall 1-on-1, bro. Especially going to the rack. I think you don't watch games like that. Well, Randall is on a heater.
Team basketball.
Wait, hold on. And this is a Nets fan talking about team basketball. We got Cam Thomas who won't pass to nobody. What are you talking about, dog?
Now you want to get sidetracked.
You a Knicks fan. Just stop. You a Knicks fan at heart, bro. What is Nets fan crap?
And the Nets been to the finals.
When
the Knicks been to the finals.
When the Nets been to the finals?
You wasn't born.
They've been to the finals in 99.
When they was in Jersey.
They went to the finals in 99.
Yo, he's talking about Jersey.
The Jersey Nets. He's talking about the Jersey Nets. Oh, you're a Jersey fan, huh?
Talking about the Brooklyn Nets.
Hold on, Ace. No. Ace, we got it wrong.
It's from Jersey.
Ace, we got it wrong. We think about the time when KD stepped over 1 centimeter, a centimeter over the line. He thought that was a fight. Like they were gonna go to the final, the conference finals. Y'all ain't doing. Brooklyn Nets ain't doing ish. Y'all irrelevant. Brooklyn Nets are. You know that. You know that. Ben Simmons, what did your man Ben Simmons say? Ben Simmons said, yo, they forgot about me. You're damn right, you true. I don't say he's trash. But you are not him.
Yo, he's a turncoat. I see that Knicks hat, yo.
He a Knicks fan, son. But yo, let me end this off, man. Give y'all final thoughts, man. I appreciate y'all, man. This has been a fun stream, man. Give y'all final thoughts. Let me start with Darcy. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, bro, listen, man. I love what the Knicks are doing. I love that we're coming out with a new team. Only 3 players remain from the roster we had during the Christmas game against Milwaukee. The Knicks needed this. We need to start doing what other teams are doing to be successful. You look at the teams that won a championship. Milwaukee, big man like Giannis. Denver, big man like Jokic. Celtics, big man like KP. Us, where's our big man? We got him now. Say what you want about him, call him soft, whatever. His game adds versatility to our offense. and it opens up the opportunity for JB to go to work, for Mikal to get more dribble handoffs. We incorporated Phoenix into our offense. Now look at what Phoenix was able to do. How fast their offense was. These guys are not going to have a hard time gelling with each other. And we have players who have, one, advanced further in the playoffs and have played with each other. This is the formula. Like it or not, this is the team. This is it. Y'all need to be excited. We can't talk down on our own team. This is a time for us to stand behind the Knicks and be happy that we got a front office that said, you know what, we're not going to take our time with this anymore. These fans deserve a team that they can be confident about being a championship contender. And say what you want. The team was good as constructed, but I think this gives us added spacing. It gives us a 7-footer on the floor at all times, who's a little bit more durable than Mitch, who is my guy. I want to see Mitch next to Karl. I don't want to see Mitch traded. I want to see Mitch next to Karl. But I believe in our young guys. I believe in Miles. Miles is ready. I believe Jericho has been working with Mo Cheeks. We should see a little bit more from him and raise his trade value. Precious. My bad. Listen, bro. I got a reason to believe in everything. I got a reason to believe in this team, bro. We drafted well. Miles McBride has stepped up when we needed him. Why shouldn't I believe the rest of our young guys can do the same thing? Why shouldn't I believe?
Because sometimes the talent ain't there. You said Mo Cheeks?
Listen, bro. Mo Cheeks is going to get Jericho right.
How? He's the whisperer. He the big man whisperer.
Yeah. What?
Listen, we lost Coach Kenny Payne, which hurt us a lot.
It really didn't. What? What are we talking about?
Payne put in work with our big men. We lost him
for one season. People talking about he put outside of Randall's. Go ahead. This is your final thoughts. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all good. We can debate. I got time. I'm just telling you, bro. At the end of the day, I believe in this team, and I believe in Karl Anthony Towns. We don't need him to be great. We need him to just be good and be a presence out on the floor. He's a shooting. Bro, no team can sag off of him whether he's shooting the ball well or not. Teams can sag off of Josh Hart. Teams can't sag off of OG. They can't sag off Mikal. They can't sag off JB. And they can't sag off of Towns. That's 4 guys on the court. You can play 5 out. You can play 4 out, 1 in. Whether that be with Josh Hart or Mitchell Robinson going for the bound. The Knicks are ready, bro. It's time for Ace to get on board. It's time for everybody to get on board. Throw away your Nets jersey.
Yeah, real talk.
Everybody in New York needs to be standing behind the New York Knicks right now, bro.
Hold on, bro. This what
Come on, I know you thought about it. I know you thought about it.
Nah, I ain't nothing to think about. This is what the Knicks do.
So why wear the Knicks hat?
I could really go villain mode. I'm trying to be
unbiased.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. With the Knicks, this happens every 10 to 15 years. I totally agree with a lot of your points, bro. But the time is now.
Josh Hart was like, he hasn't lost to the Nets since he's been a Knick.
Say again?
Josh Hart hasn't lost to the Nets since he's been a Knick.
Bro, are we sticking with the topic, bro? The Nets ain't it. What you want me to say?
So what are you?
I admit they not it. They not,
What are your
what they
final
call him?
thoughts?
Balenciaga Ben. He more. We'll see what happens. But what I was saying is the Knicks. It's now or never. This is what I say. If there's a piece that they can get, and they can take advantage of it, then take advantage of it. There's nothing wrong with Karl Anthony Towns, and it's not up for debate, bro. Y'all really tweaking. Julius Randle wasn't there. It is what it is, and this is why I came with my gray hoodie. I was on my gray hoodie Lux. You got
a Knicks hat on, bro? I didn't even realize that.
That's what I said, bro. That's what I said, yo.
Yo, he's a Knicks fan. So, that's wild, bro.
You missed my whole intro, Gmo.
Bro, I told you that.
Hey, I don't blame him.
I can't see that
hat. Knicks right now. It's
this
hard.
This guy got a Knicks hat, bro.
But I was doing it out of courtesy of Ace. Knicks. It was.
It ain't okay. Oh, wow. He want to be down, son. Man. He want to be down with the.
My guy, man. He my guy, bro.
Yo, everybody welcome Artist, bro. He's our newest Knicks fans. Everybody welcome Artist. This is my guy, son.
You don't like the flex on here, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's my guy, son. Salute to Artist. I didn't even know that was a Knicks hat, man. Ace, your final thoughts, my guy.
Leon Rose is a clown, and this is just absolutely absurd. We should have kept Devo, we should have kept Randall, and we should have just found a center, like a just servable center until we could trade Mitch. Simple as that. But they preach family. Families do break up, but they usually come back together. But not this family, because it's a wrap. As I said, the team chemistry is going to have to go ahead and work around and try to gel again. We're going to have to hope that OG could basically just stay healthy. That's a big maybe. Mitch, when he comes back, going to probably be out for another month, knowing him. Same thing, different year. It's just, we should have kept who we had first. Like, the people who got us here in this great situation, especially a sniper like Devo. And a very durable power forward in Randall just so happens to get freak injuries 2 years in a row. And took a pay cut the first time so we could start building our team just to go ahead and get snipped like that. It's absurd, bro. They preach family. This is not family, man. Obviously, this is a business. And you're going to see how these players act this year. It's not going to be the same carefree and happy-go-lucky joint. It's going to be just going to playing business, like straight business. So it's just what?
So who do you think won the trade out of the Knicks and the Wolves?
Not us, be honest with you. Not us.
You mean not
2
y'all?
for 1? Hold on. Look, 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Who's singing in the background? What the?
That's
Darcy?
in the back.
Might be Darcy.
You fucking.
Dude, I don't know what was going on. But those are your final words, Ace?
Wait, who won who I didn't hear him what he said.
Definitely. Wolves. Not us.
Wolves. Damn, son. Damn.
I guarantee they will not be in the same position as they were last year. They downgraded.
The thing about it is that the funny thing when you look at the playoffs, it wasn't the offense that that was our Achilles' heels. It was the defense and health. Like, and I'm not saying you don't try to get better, but people would say this 5-out offense. So it's like that wasn't our issue. It wasn't spreading the floor. We had a decent enough 3-point. We had weapons, and then you add Mikal, you have a healthy OG, Dante if he was still here, Brunson. That's and Mouse McBride. You have 3-point shooters, so it wasn't that you couldn't spread the floor. But this whole thing with Cat, we'll see. Look, I'll root for it because he's on the Knicks, but man, I just see a lot of things with his makeup that I'm not sure it fits well with Brunson and the rest of the guys here. When you need somebody in crunch time situations, I don't want to look around and say, oh, I can't go to Cat. Literally, maybe our second most. He might be our most talented player on the team, but I can't go to him because he should be our third, fourth option in crunch. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make. When you're that talented and you're that productive on the surface level, we should be allowed to depend upon you. It makes no sense that I can't look at you and say, yeah, you're our number 2 guy. Because they're going to be games. We've had games with Tom Thibodeau where all the little pick and rolls, horns action, all these intricate play, or not, all these plays that we try to run, these schemes, doesn't work. Sometimes, I just got to give the ball to Brunson, do your thing, bro. Got to give the ball to Randall, got to give the ball to whoever it was in the past. Just got to give it to them, and they got to do their thing. That's it. So, we'll see, man. But, guys, man, I appreciate you guys being here. Ace already left, man. He's angry. Darcy, Artist, my guy. I appreciate all you guys being here for the show, man. Everybody in the chat, man. We had a lot of new people in the chat, so I appreciate it. Please, Artist, if you, I think you have a channel, bro. Please let them know where they can find you. Where they can contact you.
Yeah, Artist Vision TV. It's the YouTube channel. Just type in that, and I should appear.
And soon enough, he's gonna be. Let me put in the chat before you head out. Artist Vision. Of course, I can't.
And also put the IG up in there. Artist the Great on the artist.
Send it in the back chat, man. I gotta look for these damn channels, bro.
Yo, say less, brother.
Artist Vision. Why is it not showing up?
Yo, I'll send it. It'll be all under the you know,
send in the stream. Send in the StreamYard chat. Send because I don't know if you could just send the StreamYard chat, bro.
All right.
I don't know why it's not going through. But yo, guys, I appreciate you, man. Peace, salute, God bless each and every one of you, man. Ray NYC, White Mike, I can't even count all y'all. Zero, Nick Yak, Nostalgic Nick, man, salute. That cat from BK. Oh my gosh, that cat from BK. I can't even read. I apologize. You choked against the Hawks. Salute to everybody, man. I appreciate JJP, my brother. Salute, White Mike, everybody. White Owl Blunt. Salute. Stacks, Mans Ado. Salute to everybody, man. I can't call you out, man. I appreciate you guys, all the support, man. Please leave your comments, leave your likes. After the video is done, please. I appreciate it. It helps. Trust me. When y'all leave all them comments, bro, it pushes the algorithm. It helps the channel, man. Again, I'm trying to get back to this. I used to have videos like this where we will have 100 people in the watching the video. So please leave your comments. And support the channel. Leave your likes, man. Peace, Lou. God bless. I will talk to you guys later. And we are out. Peace. And of course, that's not the right. What's her name?